to the 81st Annual Humboldt Strawberry Festival here. We get ready to kick off for the Grand Floats Parade.
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful day for a parade. It's warm, but there's a big crowd on hand as we get ready to watch Main Street and the law enforcement vehicles make their way, which means we officially have kicked off the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival.
I think it would be well in order, John, for us to pause and also say thank you to all the law enforcement that's here today. You don't just think because you see an X amount of people in actual uniform, but there are plainclothes officers everywhere here today.
Absolutely. And we learned earlier many of those are mixed in with the crowd for obvious reasons. So if there were to be a situation arise, they're not always identified that they're there. So they're watching what's going on, keeping crowd control, keeping vehicles where they need to be. And I know sometimes people get unhappy with them when they tell you to do this, but there's a reason why they're here and doing what they do, and we appreciate their support. Well, we're watching Main Street. We're looking down to our east, and we see the law enforcement vehicles begin to make their way this way. We'll kick it off with the motorcycles from the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
One of the things different this year as well, folks, as you're listening from home or wherever you may be listening in your automobile, there are no band judges this year. It's just float judges and judging the cars and that kind of thing. So the performance may be a little bit different and quicker. So as they're listening to these bands, they want to keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Not judging those this year. So several bands are scheduled to be in today's parade. There were several yesterday and all excellent bands. And good to see many of the home county bands. And a couple of them I haven't seen before in the past. We're here in a part of yesterday's Junior Floats Parade.
We need to work on getting a pest control place next year to sponsor and just spray around our tent.
There's definitely ants gathered down here on the ground behind us. I think they know when we arrive. They make it, or they get under the shade.
Yes, they're just trying to get cool. That's
And as you can see, the law enforcement vehicles are stopping here for us in front of the reviewing stand as they get ready to kick off this edition and Grand Floats Parade of the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. Kind of new here as they stop for us.
Yeah, 81st annual Strawberry Festival. Is that one of the longest parades in our state? I mean, I wonder.
I would say so, definitely. And here they go to kick off and move on down the parade route. The Jackson Police Department also represented there, the Madison County Sheriff's Department. And here's the host group, the Humboldt Police Department. And their new cars, two Fords there, an Explorer, and I'm not sure what the other Ford is they're driving now.
Yeah, and Raynard Buchanan, our police chief, is driving on the far side.
There's Curtis Baxter. Good to see Curtis today. He gets a good job today. He gets to drive.
That's right. Soak in that air conditioning, right there.
Definitely so. Coming up next, the Gibson County Sheriff's Department and their SUV waving to the crowd.
That's right.
Youngster there in the back, and some of our deputies here in Gibson County. And our color guard going to follow behind them.
This is from Northside High School in Jackson, the U.S. Air Force Junior ROTC, where they focus on discipline, honor, and respect. They are presenting the colors today, and as they do, a great hand from the crowd today. And I'm glad to see that. People standing and cheering, that's for sure.
Presenting the American flag along with the Tennessee flag. We appreciate all our armed forces and what they do to protect this country and provide what we have today. Without the American soldier, we wouldn't be here, my friends.
That's right. And now comes the Deere vehicle. Is that not? Is that the Sheriff Gibson County Deere
This
vehicle?
is from the Gibson County Sheriff. This is the school resource officer's vehicle.
Oh, okay.
They've got two of these. Now they've been showing those off here recently. They're fairly new vehicles. And a great job they do.
That one goes to the Gibson County High School, and then this other one has the Medina logo on it, so South Gibson. That's excellent.
And they come through. And we'll still have some more law enforcement officers. Some are going to be out walking today, and some are going to be in the vehicles. It looks like the Gibson County Sheriff and Chief Deputy are walking today. Yesterday they were riding. Today they're walking.
Really?
That's a long walk and a hot walk.
Yeah, he probably, after doing that yesterday, said, not tomorrow. I don't think so.
And he's got a youngster walking there in the midst of him.
That may be one of his kids. I know he's got a couple of kids.
Yeah. So she's enjoying that today.
Oh, yeah.
They make their way up the parade route here on Main Street, downtown Humboldt. We're across the Humboldt Higher Education Center, the old Main Street Elementary School. Again, we thank you so much for listening. I'll have photographs of the parade up a little later on today on our Facebook page. So if you missed this or wasn't able to be here, you can see some of the floats and pictures of those and the bands and different entries in today's parade.
Yes, sir. The sheriff came prepared today, too. He's got that bottle of water in his hand.
He is ready for that. You'll need it today.
That's right.
And I always like to check out their shoes. He's prepared shoe-wise today, too. They're not the real uncomfortable shoes.
That's right.
And they wave to the crowd and pass through. Sheriff Paul Thomas, Gibson County, and Chief Deputy Danny Lewis.
That's right. They're getting their picture taken for the Humboldt Chronicle that'll come out next week. And you want to make sure and purchase that Chronicle because it's going to have all kinds of photos.
Oh, absolutely.
Information in that.
And, of course, his official vehicle, the sheriff's vehicle, follows behind.
Yeah, the Chief Deputy Danny Lewis, he was walking beside Paul Thomas.
Yeah, he's walking today, and their vehicles, of course, are following behind, driven by other folks today. Of course, Danny Lewis was with the Humboldt Police Department for many years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was, I believe, involved in the Deere program back when I was in middle school.
All right.
So he's been a longtime law enforcement officer here in Gibson County. The Tennessee Highway Patrol follows next in their SUV as that trooper is waving to the crowd. Appreciate all the job they do. And coming up next, the Welcome Girls, bringing the official banner of the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival as they officially open this parade. Something these young ladies will remember for many, many years.
Oh, yeah.
And they come up the parade route here and wave to the crowd and welcome, folks. And they'll all stop, of course, for their official picture to be made.
This is what is exciting right here. These bands, this is what my wife always loved about the parades and always because she used to play in band in high school. And to hear these kids learning these musical instruments, man, I tell you what, that's exciting.
Absolutely. A lot of work and a lot of practice. You're a musician, so you know what kind of practice goes in into performing.
I don't play wind instruments, though.
I tried the trumpet when I was in junior high. That lasted 3 weeks, and we returned the trumpet, and I didn't play anymore.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed to watch some of the talent that these folks have.
And how they march and sync. That takes practice.
Oh, absolutely. Now here's the home band, the Humboldt Junior Senior High School Band performing today.
Uniforms, don't they?
They have. Their uniforms are very unique. They're like those soft style of shirts. Ah.
Nice.
Yeah. The Humboldt Junior Senior High School Marching Band. The Viking Pride Band.
And that band has improved a lot over the last couple of years.
Well, the new band director took it over. Very, very small. Not much had been done in a while, and they've increased in size, and, you know, they are impressive. They've gotten good.
And we got the Berry mascot coming up here. And look at that truck. Can you tell what kind of truck that is, John?
I'm not sure on the old vehicles, but I love it. I'd like to have it.
Oh, man, I'll tell you.
And Mr. Berry waves to the crowd and his official escort riding with him or her. We don't know who that person is.
That's right.
That's in the uniform.
Do they ever reveal that?
Sometimes I think they do. I think it really depends on the person.
Oh, okay.
I know that's a hot thing to be in today.
Yeah, they're ready to get to the end of the street, I'm sure.
And, of course, the Berry mascot at many of the different events. And coming up next, Miss Mary Kiro, who is the festival honoree this year. She's riding with some of the grandchildren. And waving to the crowd today, a longtime volunteer of the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. And also served as one of the queens back in the 1970s.
Former business owner of, the gift company and
then
the pharmacy.
City Drug Company for
That's
a long
right.
time. Her husband, Bill, driving the vehicle there, and they're in their convertible. Of course, they were walking yesterday, so a little nicer to get to ride.
That's right. That's right.
Coming up next, this is going to be some folks from the city of Humboldt. They're our dedication this year for the festival, and they are sure dedicated individuals. They do to make this all happen.
Yes.
And to keep it clean and organized. Mr. Willie Reed and his staff, and there's Willie riding in his brand new SUV. He was proud of that, talking about it yesterday.
That's right, Willie Reed, and then you also have Mr. Graves. City of Humboldt Public Works, they do a lot of the work in this festival. You can't imagine.
Oh, absolutely.
Just picking up the trash and keeping everything looking nice each day. I'll tell you what, that's a busy time, and now they're pulling all of them through the parade. There you go.
See several familiar faces.
That's right.
They get to ride. They've been working this morning. They hadn't been just sitting. They've been working all day. See a few folks. There's Chuck Plunkett there waving at us.
Yeah.
A lot of good folks there working for the city of Humboldt. Here's the antique fire truck. Always been a popular one in the parade. Got to ride on that as a youngster.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. And they got little kids in there. That's a nice truck right there. And it still runs and operates, I'll tell you what.
And they work on it a lot to get it ready for the parade.
I would imagine. Yes.
And coming up next here, more of the, of course, there's going to be a lot of cars in this parade, and we'll tell you who these folks are that are riding as we come along. Some are identified and some are not. So
yeah, this is going to be an honoree here, but it's not really identified who
it's from one of the Humboldt Hall of Fame. I know that, but I don't have his name in front of me.
That is Casey Rogers.
I believe so. Yes, sir.
That is Casey Rogers.
Yes, sir.
He is the defensive coordinator of the New York Jets.
Yes.
Come back to town for the festival.
Mayor Marvin Sykes in his bright strawberry colors today. Look at Marvin's jacket
Look
there.
at that jacket. You won't be able to miss him today. You'll know where he's at all day long. This is the mayor. His wife riding in there with his grandson in the front.
I know the grandchildren are loving that today.
Oh, he's got a grandson on the back of the truck. Yeah.
There's the mayor.
That's right. He loves this week. Well, he loves this town.
He's a people person, so this is perfect for him. He loves the parade. But,
that's right.
And of course, he was been involved in the parade for many years too, Seth. He was, I guess you'd say, parade marshal for many years. He helped down there organize the lineup. Did that for a long time.
That's right. Now you got the people that have made this week happen as far as organizing it for over a year. That's coming up next, and this car, bright yellow. I'll tell you what, that's a sharp-looking vehicle right there.
That is
Melissa.
And that's a Thunderbird.
Awesome.
She's in. Melissa Swingler, the president of this year's Strawberry Festival.
Two nice young ladies sitting there with her on the back of this convertible. A lot of convertibles probably today, as nice as it is outside.
Yeah, it's a good day. They can be down and waving to the crowd.
You know, I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it on the show the other day. It looked like it was going to be beautiful weather for this week, and it has been. The Lord really
definitely has. And I know the ones in charge are always nervous. Is this going to be the year we get rain? We've seen rain. We broadcasted in the rain many times.
Sure enough. This is her family with her also. Her
Good
husband
to see
driving the car with her today.
Melissa and her husband. Of course, her brother Ashley Culpepper last year was the festival president. Turned it over to his sister, and she's been a volunteer for many years. Former hostess princess as well. Coming up next, Chelsie Caraway, who is a former hostess princess as well, now the general chairman of the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival.
That's right.
Here in just a couple of days, she'll be taking over as the new president. And her husband, Gary, waving to the crowd and driving them down in that nice black Corvette.
And got that strawberry blanket on the back.
Look there. Only at the Strawberry Festival will you see so many quilts with strawberries. And I wonder, where do they all come from? And here coming next is from the Humboldt Chamber of Commerce and their entry. Ashley Culpepper and his wife Beth driving today. The youngsters, Anna Surratt's two twins, and then their daughter Josie.
They have been this year's administrative coordinator, and I'll tell you what, done a great job keeping everything together. It's just a lot of events to keep up with.
Oh, absolutely. And the youngsters there doing a good time. Saw Anna yesterday, and she said they did well.
Yeah.
The little boy was trying to pull off, and he is now. He's pulling the feathers and stuff off.
There's Miss Amanda Love with the Humboldt Chamber. Also Anna Surratt, her husband.
Mm-hmm. She's got the wave going down today. Amanda's practicing her princess wave.
Yes. All right.
Here's Miss Tennessee coming up behind here in her convertible, waving to the crowd today in her pretty red dress and crown.
That is Katie Davis.
Yeah. She's waving, getting some cheers over there. Must be some folks looks like know her well.
Yeah.
Of course, she travels across the state advocating to the young people, and a great influence our Miss Tennessees are.
And here's the first of the politicians coming through today, David Kustoff.
Yeah, he's waving to the crowd today. He's out walking. Good to see David Kustoff here today.
And they're giving out American flags.
Yeah. And he's going to pass some of those out to the young folks.
That's right.
And I'm guessing that's his wife most likely with him there in the front.
Yes, sir. Got a team following with signs and shirts. Kustoff for Congress.
And he has to try to keep up with everything. They keep moving on. He's still handing and shaking hands today.
He's got also a bright red truck, Ford truck there, and a big sign in the back. Again, that red's going to grab a lot of people's attention.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's also an ATV behind him as well.
Yeah, he has always a lot of entries in the parades. Congressman from the 8th District here in West Tennessee.
And he comes to Humboldt quite regularly.
Yes, he does. He's a very active congressman at a lot of events across the area. He is definitely out seeing those in the communities. And some of these, Seth, are not numbered of who they are.
Yeah, it's not identifying who they are.
And it may be on the other side, so we're going to guess at these as we can on some of those.
We have the Humboldt Hall of Fame honoree today.
Yeah, that's Valerie Hockett. I went to school with her. We graduated together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good to see Valerie. She's been very successful in her genre of music. Very unique style.
Okay.
I don't know what the officially calls. It's got a bluegrass style. Very, very unique.
Also have an entry here from the Greater Gibson and Milan Chamber of Commerce, Director of Economic Development, coming through the
waving to the crowd today. Several of those in there together. Some of these will combine. There's Mr. Bill Hickerson. He's driving for Anna Pope, the Executive Director. And they wave to the crowd today. Saw Bill yesterday afternoon. He was loading up the Hatties. You've seen the little figures they're made down there. He was taking some of those to the Stegall Museum, and he said he was in his suit still. He said it's hot to be doing that.
All right, State Representative Jimmy Eldridge. This will be his last time to go through the parade as State Representative. He's running for Jackson Mayor.
Yes, sir. He is definitely doing that. Good to see Jimmy in today's parade. I always say if you give Mr. Jimmy a microphone, he says he don't say much. He's not telling the whole story. Love Jimmy, great folks, and got to know his son, Stephen. Great folks there. Logan Hampton from Lane College, who is the president at Lane, waving.
Look at there. He's got that
to
red
the crowd
coat on today. He knows where he's at. He's got that red coat on today. He's been in Humboldt the last week or so at the Bird and Burger Dinner.
Yeah.
He was the one that spoke at that for the Boys and Girls Club.
And I know he's warm today. He's facing the sun.
That's right.
Re-elect Cindy Flowers was Circuit Court Clerk of Gibson County. She's here with her entry, waving to the crowd. We'll see many politicians, those seeking offices, those running for offices in today's parade. Big elections coming up in August in Gibson County.
Yes, sir.
Here is one of the commissioners here, and he's going to come in his black Ford truck there. Man, look how these trucks are polished up.
Yeah, the F-250, and he's riding high today. Those are big wheels on that thing, man.
Tony Parker, one of the commissioners. And Mr. Ed Jackson, I believe this is, coming next here. He's got his convertible decorated there with the Tennessee state flag.
He's walking behind as well, making sure he has the opportunity to make that contact with those voters. State Senate.
Good to see Mr. Jackson in today's parade, waving to the crowd. Many of these guys out and ladies out walking today.
That's right. It's a beautiful day out here, and I'll tell you what, we're sitting at 82 degrees and very, very warm, but it's going to get warmer today, getting up close to 90 supposed to.
Oh, absolutely.
Surprised you haven't seen more of those misting fans out here, you know, people getting those fans where you can put
we need
water
one of those.
Yeah,
just don't work too well with all this electronics we have around us. Good crowd over here gathered behind us. I think some are trying to get in the shade of this tree and some in the shade of the tent here we're under.
That's right.
Again, we wait for the next entries to make their way up the parade route here for the 81st Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. I'm John Blankenship here on the air with you along with Seth Wilkerson. We're glad to have you join us today on the radio at 99.9 and AM 1190, also online at goodnewsradionetwork.com.
We appreciate Mr. Tony Reeves for helping us back at the studio as well. It'd be kind of hard to be on the air without someone at the board, wouldn't it, John?
Yeah, we definitely need Tony, and he does a fine job. He's staying cool, and he reminded me earlier that it's cool in there.
Yes.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
This is another vehicle by Ed Jackson, but they're also advertising a veterans program in November 9th.
Yeah, that'll be at Inglewood Baptist in Jackson.
They also do a veterans parade in Jackson. I like that. Downtown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It'll be on the next day, Saturday, November 10th. And it says on the 11th hour. Both of these events are free, and they're brought to you by the West Tennessee Veterans Committee. So put that on your calendar, November 9th and 10th. Honor the veterans that weekend.
And coming up next here is State Representative Curtis Halford. He's waving to the crowd.
Yeah.
Him and his lovely wife today.
You know he's happy because that state legislature actually got done early.
Oh, yes, they did. Mm-hmm.
They got done way early and came on back. They focused on the opioid problem in Tennessee and got a lot done in Nashville. And he's back and
good
waving
to see
at
them
the crowd today. Him and his wife are riding in the back of that F-150 today.
Very involved in the community here locally with the West Tennessee Regional Arts Center at all the events and big supporters there and have been for many years.
That's right.
Gibson County Mayor Tom Witherspoon. Tom in the truck today with his American flag waving out the window. Good to see Mayor Spoon in the parade.
And he's also up for re-election this year as well.
Yes,
so
sir.
And
they riding through today.
Have any veterans here? Do we have any veterans?
And we watch as others and politicians are lined up in many, many vehicles still to come through. Many of our elected officials. Here is Beth Harwell, who is the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
She's just down. She's got home from a very busy session, and
we got to talk with her last year, I believe it was,
right.
on the air. Yeah, and super nice lady. More folks are out walking, shaking hands today, and this parade is moving along nice, Seth. It's not many delays in the parade route.
And that's hard to do when there's so many people walking. But, you do have another senator coming up. Is that John Stevens? Yeah,
I believe it is. Senator John Stevens coming through.
And he's got that nice Wrangler following behind him with his sign on it.
Claiborne Peoples coming up next with his wife and I believe daughters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Circuit Court Judge. He comes to Humboldt a couple times. Is that a couple times a week, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And he also operates out of Trenton, too, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Many folks are familiar with his articles in the local newspapers. He's been writing those for many, many years. See, there's Angie Arrington. She's driving for Claiborne today in that nice Dodge Ram.
She wanted you to know she's listening. She's listening,
yeah,
so we got to be careful what we say there.
Yep. Coming up next, this is Jay Templeton, the Commissioner of Agriculture.
Her husband was giving me a hard time the other day about my dad jokes on my afternoon show.
Oh.
He's like, man, you're really rubbing it hard today.
And Mr. Templeton waving to the crowd.
Yeah.
And the Representative Johnny Shaw walking right behind. He's a little ahead of his vehicle.
Yeah, he's nicely dressed.
Good to see Mr. Shaw today. Mm-hmm. He's a fellow radio broadcaster as well from Bolivar.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Now, is that that's the Christian station there, too?
They do. I think they've got a couple of stations down there.
Okay.
Mr. Johnny Shaw waving to the crowd.
Man, look at this car. Register of Deeds, Barbara Davidson. Sharp vehicle right there.
Yeah, that's nice. That's Chevy Camaro.
Yeah.
I'd like to have some of those.
Yes, sir.
And another one following that's pinstripe there across the hood in red.
Joyce Brown in that vehicle, Gibson County Clerk.
Miss Joyce, always great to work with. Serving as county historian, you get to work with these folks more often now, especially when I want to research county records. They're always a great help. John Mayer, and we've got a special read here, Seth, you'll probably already seen here for this hearse that's going to be in today's vehicle. Sheriff John Mayer from Madison County.
Yeah, he wants to make sure everybody understands opioid is the new Grim Reaper. From the Madison County Sheriff John Mayer, he says they're in partnership with Tennessee Funeral Director Association shouting, "We don't want your business." In other words, this opioid hearse that's following along behind him is being introduced for the first time today as an opioid awareness project for West Tennessee. And it's being driven by Lieutenant Alan Castleman from the Madison County Sheriff's Office. Don't let this be your last day due to an opioid addiction overdose. In 2016, we had 1,631 Tennesseans who died because of a drug addiction overdose, and they just want you to not be next. They said, don't be next in that opioid problem in Tennessee. And as I said, our legislature's working on this problem.
Definitely.
That's what they basically focused on this last session.
Fine job being done. Got to attend one of the Gibson County Commission meetings a few months ago, and that was a big hot topic of discussion.
Really?
There's several lawsuits that are involved in different counties that are jumping on with that. That's David Shannon from Freed-Hardeman University.
Coming through in a 2015, like an Army Green Wrangler today.
Judge Mark Agee. Good to see Judge Agee in today's parade. The judge waving to the crowd.
Yes, sir.
I like following Judge Agee on Facebook.
Yeah. And he's always connected, even with like local deaths and that kind of thing. I've seen him offering condolences, and then also local events he's pushing. He doesn't just get in there and be the judge. He pushes everything local as well. So
exactly. Again, we thank our sponsor Seth for making our coverage possible today. We'll go through that complete list: Pritchard Real Estate and Appraisals, People's Furniture Company, Humboldt Utilities, Jones Family of Companies, Humboldt Public Library, Robert Ellis Paint and Body Shop, as well as Gene Langley Ford, Dover Automotive, State Farm Agent Randy Terry, the Humboldt Historical Society, King Tire Company, Humboldt Chamber of Commerce, and Hickman Realty Group.
These ladies coming up next, they've had quite a week, a busy week, and but I'm sure it's a week that they will always remember, a special week as our territorial royalty comes through for the 81st Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. They're waving and getting a lot of applause too. A lot of families sitting here today, John.
Yeah, and definitely new queens have been crowned, and I believe they crowned some of those last night. I don't know, or is that tonight?
I believe it's tonight.
That's tonight. They have 3 different levels of pageants. You have the junior level and then the oldest level of those. And
tonight is the Junior Hostess Princess Review at 5. The Hostess Princess Review is at 7. I don't show. Well, they did the Junior Miss Territorial Review last night and the Miss Teen.
And there they are, waving to the crowd. Stopped here in front of us.
On that float is Queen Bentley Gordon, first maid Macy Garner, second maid Laurel Wynn, third maid Carrie Willis, and fourth maid Hannah Bland.
Well, it is now 10:30. The parade been underway 30 minutes, and we're still really set at the beginning of the parade.
That's right. We got family members walking behind that territorial royalty. Brought to you by Tyson Foods and Jones Family of Companies on that one. So,
coming up next, we'll have some more of our queens. Of course, the first few floats consist of the territorial and hostess princess courts.
Right.
And we'll see those as they make their way up the parade route here at Good News 99.9. AM 1190 is what you're listening to. I'm John Blankenship, joined by Seth Wilkerson, here across from the Humboldt Higher Education Center, next to the reviewing stand.
Yeah, if you can see the TV station scaffolding, we are right across the street from that. So underneath a nice blue tent, and we're thankful for that tent today.
Definitely a warm day here in downtown Humboldt across West Tennessee. Beautiful weather, but it's hot.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is.
The crowd has really turned out. I think folks waited till just about parade time to get here because of the heat, and they have definitely turned out now.
But with these comfortable evenings, downtown is hopping every night. So why don't you come down here tonight, enjoy the carnival, enjoy the festival food, and tell you what, it only happens one time a week here, so enjoy it.
And here comes the lovely queens in front of us for the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival, the hostess Princess Royalty. And her court, the queen is Hadley Lindsay. First maid is Logan Cloud. Second, Amanda Simmons. Third maid, Cameron Brown. Fourth maid, Maddie Harris. Of course, tonight she will be crowning the next hostess princess. They wave to the crowd and got those nice bars to hold on to.
That's right. Little guy looks like he's ready for it to already be over.
He's tapping his fingers. He says, "This done yet?"
You know he's hot, too, with that cape on.
Oh, you know that.
Imagine Mama's going to be waiting at the edge down there, ready to help him change.
Now, the hostess princess, she has it made at the top. She's got the backdrop behind her that's close to her, so she gets a little shade.
Yeah, she's got it made in that sense, but a lot of times they ride through this festival 2 or 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
So when she gets out of the heat, it's get in the car, soak up some air conditioning, rush down to the other side, and get back in it again.
And we continue with our live parade coverage here on Good News 99.9 AM 1190. Thank you for listening to Good News Radio Network. You can listen to us online too, goodnewsradionetwork.com.
Here comes that junior Miss and Miss Teen territorial royalty.
They're going to wave to the crowd here as they come through.
That is Queen Jolie Morgan, Ramsey Kate Krause, Paige Smith, Olivia Arnold, Tatum Nolan, and then that Miss Teen territorial in court. The Queen is Ashlyn Collins, Abby Grace Berry, Bray Williams, Katie Washburn, and Brooklyn Smith.
Yeah. And coming up next, more of the Queens. A lot of queens in the parade. A lot of beauty pageants around West Tennessee are held. Some of these I've never even heard of until they're in the Strawberry Festival. There are a lot of them.
That's right. I wonder if Miss Okra will be here this year. I saw her for the first time last year.
Ah.
Yeah.
Some of these we didn't even know existed.
I know. I don't know where that one was from. But anyways, this is Junior Hostess Princess Royalty here. Queen Anna Laurel Bell, Kylie Barker, Ella Grace McManus, third maid Kate Hicks, and fourth maid Brinley Bunny.
Waving to the crowd. The Queen there, she's really waving. She's waving big. She doesn't have the fancy Queen wave.
Yeah.
She's excited to be here. And these youngsters were in yesterday's parade as well, and of course they come back through to follow through on the Friday parade too.
Oh, really? This is Little Miss Territorial Royalty. You got Queen Casey Jo McNeil, first maid Alicia Williams, second maid Kenzie Garner, third maid Ireland Rezick, and fourth maid Josie Allen.
Little Miss Junior Territorial of the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival.
They're excited to be here, you can tell. Now we're getting another band here, John. This is another exciting thing here as we get these bands and color guards coming up. I'll let you explain kind of how the color guard is dressed. But this is Middleton High School, Middleton, Tennessee, Tiger Band.
Yeah, the Tiger's going to come through here, and you'll see the color guard with their blue flags and blue dresses. They're
really
getting ready to perform.
Flowing dresses, too. That's
And they're going to make their way up the parade route. They're very casual today, too. And they're tie-dyed shirts here. The presenters with the banner.
Looks like blue and yellow is major.
And there's a bubble machine there.
Oh, wow. Look at here.
And these young ladies come. We'll listen as they begin to play. I guess you recognize what they were playing there, Seth.
Yes. Hey, could you hear the crowd cheering behind them? No, it wasn't the crowd. That was the color guard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
That's a unique one. That's different. We haven't heard that I don't believe in the past. And they're very casual in their tie-dyed shirts today, blue jeans. They make their way here up the parade route.
So actually it's like a blue, yellow, and pink, as well as a little bit of blue in their uniform. Coming up next, good friends over at the Victory 93.7. Looks like it's being driven by Bradley Owens, and I think that's some of his kids there. One of them is his kid. I don't know who the other person is.
There's another waving through. I see his daughter, and don't know the other young lady. There's Bradley and his wife.
That's
right,
Victory.
Sherry's over here next to us, broadcasting today. Good to see Bradley in today's parade.
That's right. That's right.
And coming up next here.
I don't know if somebody has their dog in the festival this time.
They have a little dog entry.
I don't see a number.
I don't as well. She's in a decorated golf cart. There's a young lady riding on the back waving as well.
That may be from Steve's Custom Carts. I'm not sure. We'll see. Don't see any advertisement on it.
It must be because here's the official.
Yeah, there you go.
Trailer coming behind, carrying some of the carts, and they're not just a golf cart.
No, man, those are decked out. Those are nice, and that's owner Steve Harden bringing that through today.
Yeah, a lot of those being used today in parade. I would guess. I bet he's renting a lot of those and probably selling a few of them too.
All right, now this next person coming up, John's a very special lady in our city. This is Dr. C Hamlet, who is the school superintendent.
Yeah, she's waving to the crowd today.
Humboldt City Schools,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, they're a lot better because of her, I can tell you now.
Oh, absolutely. Super top-notch individual. Appreciate Dr. Hamlet riding in today's parade, waving to the crowd.
She's got a big job ahead of her. She has to replace the Humboldt Junior Senior High principal. If you missed that interview, you can go on our Facebook page. We've got an interview there with her talking about what the process is on that.
Little delay here in the parade as more of the vehicles make their way up the parade route here on Main Street in downtown Humboldt. Again, good to be along with you today. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. We'll have photographs of the entries in today's parade. Post those on Facebook later on this afternoon. So if you are not able to be here with us and would like to see some of the floats, the bands, and the individuals represented, we'll have those for you as well.
Sure.
A good crowd on hand, Seth. Looking down the parade route, a lot of folks are here.
That's right. That's right. It's crowded across the street. It's crowded down the street. There's just a lot of people downtown. Now, they're handing something out, cups out of this. I think this is Stewart Finance who has put this in. And they're handing out cups.
I believe so.
With their logo and all information on it.
It's a good way for folks to advertise their business in the Strawberry Festival. That's been very popular for many years. You get in front of a lot of people. They're waving to the crowd today, a local Humboldt business. And coming up next here.
This is, I believe, the graduating class.
Probably 68.
Yeah, 1968 Humboldt High School exchange student Seth Davidson riding through.
My uncle Gary Blankenship walking there in the center. He's class of 68.
Okay.
Good to see Uncle out walking.
That's including their Swedish exchange student. There you go.
Yeah.
She's visiting for their 50th class reunion.
And I can officially call my uncle old. Need to tell him he's old.
Gary.
He ain't gonna look this way. He's deaf. I can say that.
Oh my!
He's supposed to be looking for me today. Obviously, he's not.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this next one is coming from Humboldt Healthcare and Rehab in coordination with National Skilled Nursing Care Week, May the 13th through the 16th. They are celebrating the life stories of their wonderful residents.
Waving to the crowd today. The young lady's in the back of that convertible. We saw this entry here yesterday in the parade.
Wow.
It's a very large dog, white dog.
Yeah, it's got kids
like
even able to sit on the
That's
back
not really
of that.
is that a poodle?
I don't know. That didn't really look like a poodle, but it might be.
Man, it might just be a mutt. A mixture. That's proper to say.
Barking down Berrytown. They got kids in the back of this Dodge Ram 1500. And also, they've got kids sitting in the dog bowl up there, and the pink dog bowl's got a little bone, brown bone on the front left corner. Dog's name is Daisy. She's got kids sitting all around her and even on her back today as this white dog goes through.
Yeah. I believe that's in the Presbyterian Day School. I believe it's correct.
Yeah, they're all out of order again. So
yeah, they're not in the order as the sheet.
That's right. It's a Presbyterian Day School.
And look at the family and supporters following.
That's right. Mama's not going to get too far.
They're 50-plus strong following.
Yeah, and they've got golf carts following behind as well. I imagine they...
Wow.
Man, that's something. Another Humboldt business coming up here. Looks like Cashmaster.
Yeah.
I would imagine they're handing stuff out as well.
Crowd over here by us is beginning to gather as the ones that go through the parade and ride. Many of the queens and courts and officials will come back to the reviewing stand and watch the rest of the parade.
Yeah.
Before many of those will go to the governor's luncheon at 12:30.
Makes you wonder how many of those will stick around with it being so hot today. We'll try to catch a few of them.
Yeah. Many are ready to get to that shade after walking the whole trip back down Main Street.
That's right. Also, this lady here, I actually got to meet the other day. She is running for Gibson County trustee. This is Melissa Workman. She's wanting to make sure you vote on August the 2nd. And Melissa Workman for Gibson County trustee. Car is sponsored by J&B Motors of Dyer, Tennessee. Got that nice blanket on the back, but she's chosen to actually sit down in the car today. Uh-oh. Got Barney 5 coming through.
Yeah, we see this one. This one's been a popular entry in many years. Saw it last week at the Trenton Teapot Festival. Good to see it out again.
Nip it in the bud. Watch it. Here we go. They got them all decked out in their uniforms and the old police uniforms inside.
Yep, they're inside waving today.
That's the Mayberry squad car. It's a 1961 Ford Fairlane replica of the Andy Griffith Show squad car.
Yeah.
Driven by Rex West, like a Barney 5, and Thelma Lou up there in the front with him today.
Now, last week at the Trenton Teapot Festival, they had dummies riding in the back seat. Convicts.
Well, we won't say that today.
They're not back. They're not back there.
All right.
Some of our fellow broadcasters from Froggy 104 and Forever Communications, 92.3 The Hog, also following in today's parade. Now, of course,
they just changed the name of that station. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it has just changed. Mm-hmm.
That's where you can hear John Boy and Billy. It's popular people there.
Of course, all the media works together so well here in West Tennessee. Good to see some of our fellow broadcasters that will work together on many different events throughout the year. A couple of their vehicles in today's parade.
All right. I think he was just mentioning the Trenton Teapot. I believe we've got one of their floats coming up here.
Yeah, there was a couple of those yesterday in the parade. Many of those will be back again today.
Yeah.
And they're waving to the crowd, those young ladies.
Yeah, this is the Let's Celebrate It's 38 Trenton Teapot Royalty here today.
Trenton Teapot Festival celebrating number 38. For a long time, that was a really small parade, and it's really grown over the last 10 or so years. There was a lot of people there last week.
Now, this is the float for the Humboldt Healthcare and Rehabilitation Center coming up here, John, and they are celebrating their life stories. They've got people sitting on this float. I'll tell you what, that's a really unique float there. That's beautiful. Got that picket fence with strawberries there on it. Somebody knows you there.
Yeah, that's our traffic manager, Rodney Minyard's daughter-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Heather. I didn't realize she worked for them.
All right, West Carroll coming up. The pride of West Carroll. West Carroll marching War Eagles. Humboldt Vikings played them in football this year again.
Yeah. They're going to perform for us. We'll take a listen. They are from West Carroll, performing for us today, and the reviewing stand making their way down Main Street as they'll head on down. Probably perform a couple of more times. Some of them perform as they march. Some of them stop. I believe they prefer them to perform as they march.
Another van from Froggy 104.
Yeah. Some of our fellow broadcasters around the area waving to the crowd today. They come moving through. They separate those out and scatter them all throughout the parade.
All right.
And some more queens coming up the parade route here and some antique tractors following. We'll see those as they make their way up the route.
Those front wheels on that tractor, that's a little different. Are they angled like that?
Yeah, I don't know the reasoning of that.
I hope that don't mean they're having problems.
I'm sure there's a reason. We hope.
Yes, sir.
These young ladies here waving to the crowd in their black Corvette convertible.
This is Miss Shyla Finnessy?
I believe so.
That is car 27 here. That's Miss Springtime. Car sponsored by Baskerville Funeral Home.
And I believe that's Mr. Chester driving there.
Yeah.
But he's kind of hidden behind the sign.
Yeah. This is a 1935 John Deere B tractor. It's driven by Mike Spratlin. Come out to the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival tractor shows tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow morning at Viking Park.
That tractor's going to be there, by the way.
Yeah.
So, 1964 Oliver 550 tractor driven by Frank Dodson following there as well. Got another tractor coming up. All these tractors, I believe, you can see at that tractor show coming up tomorrow. You may have to help me there, John. I don't see. Well, let's see. I might be able to see C33.
Yeah.
That's John Deere 50 tractor driven by Don Williams with that American flag waving proudly on the back there.
Yeah, they're coming through. Comes another classic one.
And we got a Ford 601 Workmaster. I don't have any information yet on that one, so we'll see. Oh, that's a 1958 Ford 601 tractor. That's Mike Carnes driving that one today.
Yeah. For Register of Deeds, Pam, help me with her name.
I would say Deathloff.
I believe that's how you pronounce it.
If that's not it, I apologize. Humboldt City Schools superhero of characters walking through today. What this is, I believe this is where some kids have won awards all throughout the year in their certain grades. You've got a couple of people from first grade, second, third, fourth. I'm seeing all the way up through sixth grade here. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, great job in the Humboldt City Schools there.
They pick a character every month that they want to spotlight.
Sure.
And they call them their superhero characters.
Sure.
And it's really neat how they do that. I'll have to talk to Miss Emily Burleson. Maybe next week I can ask her a little bit more information on that.
Yeah. Walking in today's parade.
This is the East Elementary and Stegall Primary. Very excellent students. Some of them are actually getting to ride in this excursion limo today.
Yeah, so after they march, they're going to get to ride. That's very nice.
They're going to have a blast this afternoon in that. You know
definitely. Good job to the students of the Humboldt City Schools and their hard work. They're getting ready to wrap up the school year.
That's right. They finish up next week, finishing up a week of testing. And I'll tell you what.
Some of our law enforcement officers, they stopped here in front of us and moved on a little ahead and talking about their time in broadcasting now.
Yeah.
Coming up next here, here's another entry from a...
this is Miss Medina Elementary.
I believe so.
Very best magical... I can't read
That's hard to read,
banner.
yeah. It's colorful, very colorful.
Maybe once we see the number on the float here, we can give you a little more information on this. But it's a beautiful... unicorns are very popular right now. Kids want their birthday parties unicorn, and that's what they've chosen to theme this parade float around.
Young ladies are dancing, and the bubbles are flying in the air.
They're feeling it today, ain't they?
And they're doing their part. They are dancing.
I'm telling you. Let me see if I can find what that float. This is maid Sophie Lipinski, second maid Meredith Moore, third maid Olivia Thomas, fourth maid Katie Bateman. This is Little Miss Medina Queen Ashley Cox, first maid Adelaide Madison, second maid Emma Bargary, third maid Ava Wainscott, and fourth maid Chelsea Farmer. That is Miss Medina Elementary royalty going through this 81st annual Strawberry West.
They all start to go together, don't they? They're all blending together.
Golden Circle Ford Lincoln coming through today.
This is the Junior Miss Gibson County Fairest of the Fair. Chloe Patterson.
Yeah. So Gibson County Fair, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Fair getting ready to come up again this fall.
Do you ever get to go to that? I haven't been in years.
Yeah, we have a booth for one of our nonprofits we set up there every year and go to that. It's been there for many times, and it's one of the oldest fairs, if not the oldest fair in the South, going back to the 1850s.
So still well attended, I guess?
Yeah.
Good.
Very nice fair. A lot of work goes into that. Volunteers all year long to make that happen.
Yes, sir.
Here's another Humboldt High School class.
That is Thomas Raines, who had sponsored
that. Class of 63 there.
Yeah, Thomas Raines driving that truck there.
Yeah.
They're having a big time waving those red and white pom-poms.
Yeah. We were the Rams back in those years.
Yeah.
Another red convertible here, a Corvette. A lot of Corvettes out today.
That's right.
Good day to get and show those off.
That is going to be Pentecostal Temple Church. Barbara and Lewis Schutz going through this parade today.
There's our friends from Channel 7 following behind.
Yeah.
Good to see some of them. Yeah. Marching through. Hey, there's Mo. Looky there.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I wish I had half the energy Mo has. Man, he does a good job. Does a good job with the weather.
They're wanting to stop and take a picture here. Eyewitness News. I'm pretty sure they'll have something about the parade on the news tonight. I would think. Just a little small hint. She's running around with a microphone.
So I'm guessing they're recording some stuff, probably taking some shots of the parade route. It's another young lady.
Yeah, this is Miss Dresden. Darla Mallory, first maid Tiny win. Second made Katie Washburn. That's sponsored by the Dresden Rotary Club.
Brandy Davis is coming up next. And I'm not sure who she is.
That is the National American Miss Tennessee Teen 2017.
That's a new pageant that I didn't know about.
I didn't know about that one either.
They're probably not new pageants, but it's new to me.
That's right. Golden Circle got another one in here. Golden Circle's another one that's going to have a lot of vehicles in this. You got Berryland presenting, I can't read that. Oh, wow.
It's tough till they get right up here on you.
Yeah, it is.
And they're lining up. This parade is moving along. It's bumper to bumper now.
Okay, this is Showtime in Berryland. This is Miss Medina Middle School, and they're also their junior Medina Middle School. Miss Medina Middle School Queen, Havana Wood. Maids are Katie Hawkins, Madison Cox, and Brianna Willis. Junior Miss Medina Middle School Queen, Ireland Westerman. Maids Miley Patterson and Madison Polk. Showtime in Berryland. That is a neat float. You'll probably see that one in the parade coverage.
Oh, absolutely.
When the Chronicle does that again, I'll tell you.
There's some motorcycle entries here. They're coming through in those nice bikes.
And look at that big American flag following.
Yeah.
There, John.
Not sure on the entry who it is.
Yeah, I didn't see a number on it, so not sure exactly. They may have been a last minute.
It may be from the State Veterans Home. Well, the State Veterans Home vehicle is following, so.
Yes, and they got that banner proudly serving those who have served. And standing ovation being given to those veterans as they ride through in the Tennessee State Veterans Home bus. This crowd is going wild for them, and I'm glad to see that.
Appreciate all our veterans and their service to our country. Many of them carrying that U.S. flag there.
And then they have a few of them riding a float from the Tennessee State Veterans Home being pulled by one of those military vehicles.
Oh, absolutely. Very nice float. A big entry this year.
And they've got Highway Patrol also kind of going alongside them. That's neat.
They come through. Many of the veterans there riding on this next float.
Very proud of our veterans. That's right.
Absolutely.
And they're definitely heroes. We don't want to forget about them.
Yeah. Grandmother spent the final few months of her life at the Tennessee State Veterans Home. Granddaddy was World War II veteran, so she got to stay there, and great folks to work with her, great care they provided too.
They're still going through, and people are just continuing to give them a hand. I'll tell you, you got somebody coming up here running for governor, John, and I'll tell you what, he's kind of gaining some traction too.
Yeah, Randy Boyd. He's here today waving to the crowd.
He's been to West Tennessee twice.
Mm-hmm.
He's been to the Forum in Jackson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then he also was in a Forum just a few days ago in Martin. So
I believe he was the commissioner for Tennessee Economic Development. Is that right?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
And he's running off of this. He's a conservative businessman.
Yeah.
And he wants to run for governor, and so that's what he's doing. Randy Boyd also has a vehicle following behind as well, also has 2 golf carts of people riding there.
And he's working to shake all the hands today, and I know he's trying his best to do that.
That's right. You see the umbrellas coming up, it's not because of rain, it's because that sun is really beating down on folks out here. All right, we got a drum line. This is going to be interesting. Home of the Mighty Bobcats, Memphis, Tennessee. They've drove a little ways. This is Bellevue Middle School, Majorettes, Drumline coming up here.
Very active. You'll enjoy these.
Oh, yeah. They're good drummers.
Yeah, definitely very good.
Man, that is not as easy as that looks.
Young ladies waving to the crowd today.
This is the Little Miss McKenzie court, John. Queen is Kinsley Wilson. Maids Abigail Myers, Madeline Gottschall, Maggie Webb, and Olivia Kate Perry. King is Houston Allen. I don't think they let him get on the float. So. Star 107.7, that's a popular station around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he's going through the parade as a DJ. Look at that.
Yeah, he's yelling to the crowd. Uh-oh. Friends from Kicks 96, more broadcasting around the area.
Also, Titans Radio. That Titans season's going to be coming up pretty soon. 102.3 The Rocket. Man, I think this is all of Thomas Media, isn't it?
Yeah. Win 106.9 following there. Scott Wyatt driving that vehicle.
Yeah. Scott used to coach a little baseball here in town, didn't
I believe so.
he? Yeah.
Back in the day, he was on 105.3.
He's enjoying that DJ, too. He's beatboxing over there. Look here.
Coming up next, the Humble Family Walk-In Clinic.
Yeah,
Deborah Graves?
Debbie Graves, that's right. Behind Dollar Tree there in the old Walmart building.
Yeah. Waving to the crowd.
I hear a lot of good things about that clinic. And
yeah, I've been attending there. Very good folks. Nice to deal with. Always enjoy that. Good to see Debbie in today's parade waving to the crowd.
Look at this. This car has eyelashes.
That's part of her group of folks, the whole staff in today's parade walking.
Yeah, that is her mom driving behind. Yeah. That's Miss Louise driving that car there. Yes. That's a black polka-dotted red bug there. Got another float coming in. Looks like a bee coming out of a honey pot.
Yeah, we saw this one in yesterday's parade.
Pretty blue background there behind that.
It's moving right along.
They are doing a great job of not having so many breaks this year. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really keeping this parade moving. Of course, it's going to be a long parade today. It's 11 o'clock. We're an hour into the parade and about an hour and 15 minutes into our coverage.
And for some reason, this one did not. Oh, yeah, it did. It made it in. That's Unbelievable Sweet. That's Humboldt Spring Blossom Royalty.
Here's another young lady. She's got a camera with her.
That's Channel 39.
I believe it sure is. It's a good way to do your filming.
Yeah.
And riding. Don't have to walk it.
That's right. Got a couple of their anchors sitting up there.
Yeah. Now, passing out some things today. Some candy.
And another group here, they do a lot for the city of Humboldt. Dynamics, they're all over town. And as a matter of fact, you will see them at a lot of the football games.
Sure.
As the kids, if they would have an injury, they would be there for them. They're great community supporters as Dynamics.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, coming up here, we've got some more people running for governor as well that will be coming up pretty soon. And some more of our fellow broadcasters coming through as well in a van. If you're just joining us, we are giving you live coverage of the 81st Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. We do appreciate our sponsors. That is Pritchard Real Estate and Appraisals, People's Furniture Company, the Humboldt Utilities, Jones Family of Companies, Humboldt Public Library, Robin Ellis Paint and Body Shop, Gene Langley Ford, Dover Automotive, State Farm Agent Randy Terry, Humboldt Historical Society, the King Tire Company, Humboldt Chamber of Commerce, and Hickman Realty Group as well. There's a van coming through from JJ97, Jammin Jackson.
Yeah, coming through. He's doing some video as well, I see, holding the camera up.
That's right. Bill Lee, isn't he from Memphis?
I'm not positive. Another one running for governor here in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm going to find out, though. Google's my friend now. I'm going to find
He's coming through, and he's got two large entries here. Now, of course, walking in the parade. Looks like a motorhome there following him.
That's right.
We'll see them make their way up the parade route here at the 81st Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival Grand Floats Parade. Good crowd on hand today. It's hot outside, but that hasn't deterred the crowd from showing up to attend today's parade.
Man, he's got it made, don't he? He's got that RV. Wow.
Wouldn't mind jumping in that RV, cooling off a few minutes.
That's right. That's right. Try to get that interview, you know.
Yeah, in the cool.
That's right. He is running for governor of Tennessee, Mr. Bill Lee. He's been in West Tennessee quite a bit. He's running, as a seventh-generation Tennessean.
Yeah.
He's a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
He says he's a man of faith, a farmer. He's a father, conservative outsider. He's running there. And Bill Lee for governor.
We saw State Farm agent Randy Terry, one of our sponsors today, riding by in a golf cart saying hello to him.
Yeah.
Driving Innovation, another nice large RV.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is Harris and Ben Harris. Look at that girl laying up on the dashboard waving at people.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Oh, there's two of them up there.
Yeah.
One of them is laid down and the other one's sitting up waving at people there.
Very neat wrapped vehicle there with the Tennessee logo there.
Yeah.
This must be a state-oriented vehicle.
Yeah, I would say so. It's got the new Tennessee logo there on that back corner. Mm-hmm. And, hey, man.
Yeah, very neat RV coming through.
That is interesting. I would like to know more about that. Driving Innovation. And that is actually brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development. You can go to tndrivinginnovation.com and learn more about that. Got more royalty coming through.
Some performers on the way as well up here.
That's right. They don't have a banner or anything.
I know that's hot on that asphalt.
Woo, Lord. I don't think my body bends like that, John.
I know mine doesn't. Doing some cartwheels.
Yeah, if I did that, I wouldn't be walking tomorrow, I don't think.
Look at her. Watch her do that.
My goodness gracious. Literally, she is walking on all fours, but not as you would think.
And one young lady, she is hot. You can tell that look. She is like the look on her face. It's hot.
Wow. That's
Bonnie School of Dance.
Yeah, Bonnie School of Dance coming up here. They always are in this parade, too. That's become a normal.
Always have a nice float. And
that float is called I Will Dance Here or There. It's in the Cat in the Hat theme. I will dance anywhere.
Some of the followers, of course, behind them, and supporters and parents. Good lineup is still to come. We're looking at our list of folks, still several pages to go, several more entries in today's parade. If you're not here with us, you have missed a good parade today. A lot of RVs here that are wrapped and decorated now.
That's something new within the last couple of years as well.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Somebody skating down through here holding onto a golf cart. I don't have any representation of who that is. I know that's Logan from the local Sonic there, so maybe that's what they're doing there.
It may be.
Yeah,
she may not be brave. She may not be brave enough to do all that down through there. Not doing any tricks today.
Yeah.
From the fast-paced clinics here coming up, they've got a mascot over there. I see.
I've had to use that a couple of times, and I'll tell you what, I've been very pleased. With it being just a small clinic here in town.
Sure.
Their availability, I'll tell you what, that's definitely a great addition to Humboldt.
Here's more of the Sonic entries following. Now, there's the hot dogs and the mascots. They were a little behind. They're shaking hands.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the Sonic logo. Yeah.
Logan had just got a little ahead there.
I imagine he is a hot dog today.
Notice the state troopers talking there over their PA back to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's new. You haven't seen those guys do that before.
Okay, we've got a wrong number on this one. This is fast-paced, but the CO had Jackson riders in it. I need to give that to you. The CO, that was the mobile STEM bus that came through.
Sure.
Those riders included Bria Pittman, Ben Ferguson, Terrence Murphy, and Jacob Swearingham on that one. So, but they had a wrong number. Apparently, that got mixed up in the translation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is a nice older vehicle here. Got a nice, pretty strawberry bow on the front.
I believe that's a classic Mustang coming up here.
Look at this.
They're waving to the reviewing stand, all the folks that have gathered here. And we wait for this young lady, and coming to our location here. We're broadcasting just across from the Humboldt Higher Education Center here in downtown Humboldt on Main Street.
I think this is 2017, let's see, West Tennessee Fairest of the Fair. That is Katie Allen running through the parade today, riding on that classic Mustang, as you mentioned, John.
It's an entry from the VFW post in Milan.
Bright red car. Wow. Yeah, that's post 4780. Lynn Howell and Billy Steps riding in that today. That's an old flag hanging on there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
Those gentlemen are riding through there, and veterans.
Got a little break in the action here, John. There's another band's trying to get up that hill. You know, you think Main Street's pretty flat, but it's actually got a few hills.
Yeah, it is. That hill is tough to come up, especially yesterday when they're pulling the floats. I know that a lot dread that part. That's the tough part.
And when you're carrying that big tuba in that band, you know that has to be heavy. Wow.
They make their way up the parade route, get ready to perform here for us.
It's going to be Fayette Ware High School. They came a little ways. Dressed up in that gold and blue.
Yeah.
They did a good job last year. I remember this band.
Always a very good band.
Yes, sir.
We'll listen as they get closer to us. Going to make their way up here to the reviewing stand. Again, Fayette Ware coming up here to performing as they go along. Always a very lively band. Here's the Fayette Ware band marching here for us and performing the 81st Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. Good morning to you.
They're not done yet, John.
No.
They're happy to be here.
Always enjoy Fayette Ware's band. You can feel that band.
You know, and another thing about that, I like that when you got a good drum corps, that just makes the band.
Oh, yeah, that makes it. You look forward to seeing them march. Always a very popular band in the parade.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And, you know, I'm not saying I don't like the other music, but I really enjoy. If you got a good drum corps, you got my attention.
And you'll hear them all the way downtown.
Oh, yes, you will.
Another pink float here decorated up. Some ladies riding on this. And waving to the crowd here. They're pink colored float and pink shirts, white pants, and waving to the crowd.
This is Heartland Morris. This is a retirement home out of Trenton, Tennessee. Kind of got the old classic feel to it. And appreciate them being in this year's festival.
I believe they were a winner last week in the Teapot Festival.
Yeah.
waving to the crowd. And Carl Dean, another one of the gentlemen running for office here in Tennessee. Many of the politicians in today's parades.
Yes.
He's here waving to the crowd. And many of his supporters.
Yeah, he's got people following behind him, handing out some things as well.
Yeah.
If you leave empty-handed today, it's your own fault.
Another one of the many running for governor here in the state of Tennessee.
Got that F-150 following also with signs and American flags and that old, what do they call that, bunting that they?
Yeah, it's like a banner.
It's red, white, and blue. It's real patriotic, I tell you.
I can't think the terminology of them. They're like a fan flag.
Right. Look at this classic here. Isn't that something?
Very nice car, all polished up and ready for today's parade.
That is going to be Miss Gibson County Fairest of the Fair, Charity Hopper. She is riding a 1965 antique Cadillac Deville, sponsored by the Gibson County Fair Association. And got that leather top on it. It's a convertible. That's beautiful. They got some really nice flower arrangements there.
Yeah, very appropriate.
Flowers. Just really helps with that classic car. And you notice the wheelbase on that car. That's really interesting.
Yeah. A very long car, too.
Yeah. It's one of those that's not a fiberglass car. That's a metal car right there.
It will tear these new cars to pieces when it hits them. And it wouldn't even have a scratch.
That's right.
Don Shackelford for Circuit Court Clerk.
Nice rustic orange-looking vehicle there.
Yeah. Waving to the crowd. A lot of folks seeking office in Gibson County right now.
That's right. This is going to be Miss Crockett County High School. Molly Parlow coming up next here, riding in
she's
this
waving to the crowd. And
silver Corvette. You ever been to that Corvette Museum in Kentucky?
I have not. I've seen photographs of it, though.
Oh, man, you really would enjoy that, especially with your love for history.
Yeah.
They actually had an accident there not
Is
long
that the
ago.
one where that
big sinkhole?
Oh, yeah, popped up underneath it?
Yeah, I had just been there like the month before.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, man, phenomenal place to go. It's got a little diner in there. I mean, we
very
made a
neat.
day of it. The kids loved it. Here comes Miss Southside.
From Jackson.
Queen Sydney Willis with maids Caitlin Edwards, Haley Thornton, Avery Gardner, and Chloe Matthews riding through in that bright yellow Camaro, Corvette, convertible Camaro there.
Those young ladies very casual today.
Can't blame them, man.
They're a little more comfortable, probably.
Oh, my. Another one running for governor, Diane Black, coming up through here.
Yeah, she's got her entry in.
I'm wondering, trying to see which one is her. I've seen her one other time before, John, but it's been a long time.
Sure. She's here with her supporters today, coming through the parade, of course, all handing out different brochures.
They got buckets of stuff, man.
They're giving all kinds of stuff out.
Now, if they bring that bucket of $100 bills out, you're going to be doing this by yourself.
If that's what she's got. Well, you're going to run out there and grab some of those. And they're passing out things and making their way down the parade route and waving to the crowd.
That's right. I wish I could get $1 for every time that police officer tells somebody to step off the street. And
He's worn out by the end of the day.
You know it.
Gives the direction, go that way.
He probably goes home and his wife tries to speak to him. He's like, just don't talk to me right now.
He's worn out after the day.
That's right.
Diane Black for governor. Of course, they make it to our location now to pass by.
Yeah. They're handing out candy and all kinds of stuff out of those bags.
Yeah, and there she is
on the red top, right?
Yeah.
Slacks there, yeah.
She's waving to the folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spending a little time in West Tennessee today.
One gentleman there passing out stuff. I think he's getting a little tired. He's about halfway through the parade. It's definitely a hot day to take a walk down Main Street.
It is. Yeah, it sure is. This is Carroll County Fairest of the Fair, I believe. And that is Queen Alexia Allen sitting in a...
Yeah, she's waving here to us and all the others that are watching.
She's in that Chevy Silverado Z71 back there. And, that is a white... Is that a wicker chair? Yeah.
I believe it is. Mm-hmm. She's smiling big to the crowd today. Some youngsters are following behind here.
Yeah, they're from Sash.
We'll learn here on the vehicle more who these folks are as
This is Sash royalty, and that's coming up here. I'm going to try to find that information.
I'm not sure what Sash is.
I'm not sure either, and very little information on our sheet here. Queen is Charlie Westbrook, first alternate, Sabrina Day, second alternate, Karma Sanders, third alternate, Olivia Swift. And they're riding on a black and pink trailer here, all decorated up.
Whole bunch of young ladies on that one. Entry from the church at Sugar Creek.
That's right.
I saw this one yesterday into the parade.
That's a nice float there.
A lot of work goes into making that happen.
Oh, yeah, look at her. She's dressed up like the Dalmatian dog.
Mm-hmm. I know she's warm in that outfit today, I'm sure.
Wow. This is Paw Patrol.
Colton loves the Paw Patrol. That's one of his favorites.
Oh, yeah?
Right, waving to the crowd and all those youngsters there.
This is a very big salute to Red and Blue. This is Paw Patrol saluting our police and fire service. The children of Sugar Creek Children's Learning Center, age 2 to 5 on this one here. That is a neat float now. That's got to be my pick of the morning so far, I'm telling you. That is phenomenal.
Some of those youngsters there, some are happy about it and some not so sure. And
it's just hot.
Some are like, okay, I'm doing this. Notice the little girl that is waving. Her hand is not up anymore, but it's down low.
Yes. Just get me home. Look at this. They're carrying in one of those wagons. It looks like a fire truck wagon. This is pulled behind this Paw Patrol Sugar Creek float. But the kids are even dressed up like the lady was without the face paint. And they're dressed up with the dog ears and the fireman hat.
Mm-hmm. One's happy, one's semi-crying.
Yeah.
Not so sure about all this.
New partners to West Tennessee coming in here. Actually, not West Tennessee, Humboldt. Let's put it that way, because they've already been in Union City. They've got a little chant that they're doing.
Yeah, Tyson here with their...
They got that banner that says Humboldt, Tennessee Complex.
And this is going to be from some of their other locations, some of those employees that are riding today.
Sure thing. Tyson Foods Humboldt location is joined by team members from Union City, Shelbyville, and their corporate office, as they are a part of the 81st Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival here in downtown Humboldt.
Already got their new office location here on Main Street. Opened up just a couple of months back. Making their way through.
Also riding that little Ranger 4x4 through as well. That's a nice vehicle. Look at that. That's even got seat belts on it, man.
You need one of those.
I'd probably get in trouble with one of those, John. Miss Springtime Beauty's coming through, John. This is Samantha Cruz and Miss Autumn Princess as well. That is Mackenzie Beaver.
Waving to the crowd today. Riding in that. Another Corvette. That's number, I don't know how many we've seen. A whole bunch of them.
Same color, too.
Yeah. Another van here with the sides open. They're waving to the crowd. Folks inside.
This is in honor of Raymond Sale, the Shriners.
Yeah, Shriners Hospital. They were very popular for many years. You know, had the little cars, and they are following today.
I was going to say, I was missing that. I know they normally...
Now, they don't have as many as they once did. I can remember when they had 15 or 20 of those, and they did all the fancy tricks.
There's some more coming up the hill.
I don't think they do as many tricks as they once did.
Yeah. This is Dwayne A. Blair. He's the chief Rabon. He's out of Memphis. Also, they got Fezzi the Shrine Hospital Bear in the back seat there.
Do a great work there. Of course, connected with the Masons.
Hillbilly Sheriff Tom Taylor. He's got some prisoners back there, John. Got the motor car. Look at this.
Yeah, look at the one like the old car. That's neat.
That is pretty cool.
I can remember back when they did all the tricks and you'd have 10 or 12 of them circling around on Main Street.
Uh-huh.
I think they changed some of the rules to that. They doesn't let them do that anymore.
Probably insurance purposes, probably more than likely. Yes.
Well, we wait for some more folks to make their way up this way.
That's right. Got a little break in the action. This is probably the biggest break we've had all morning.
I believe so.
Been going an hour
They're
and
lined
20
up
minutes.
as a car, and several standing around. I think a car looks like somebody's moving around one, so maybe a car's had an issue or somebody's got to leave.
Uh-oh.
At least it looked like the Camaro was trying to go around, or the Mustang.
Maybe somebody running for something and want to take a little more time.
Shake a few more hands. They make their way down this way. I see our friends in the library made it over here by us.
Yes, I think this is what they were doing. I think they got out of order.
They get back in line?
Hospital van.
Yeah, he got behind.
So yeah.
So he's catching up. He must have stopped and talked to somebody.
These folks came all the way from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Appreciate them coming to the Strawberry Festival.
They do a great work. And here's another one. They're together still.
Oh, okay.
They've got several entries in today's
This is
parade.
the Jackson Shrine Club here.
Yeah.
You need one of those hats, John.
I believe. Well, I'm not going to say who I think that is because I think I know that guy.
Yeah. You need one of those hats.
I believe that's Danny Milan.
It looks like
I think that's who it is. If it's not, I'm sorry, but that's who it looks like. He may have a twin.
That's another band. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
They're going to make their way up. You know what? That hill's tough on a hot day.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Stay here with us, Seth.
Okay.
We'll have Sarah join us here in just a moment from the Humboldt Public Library. She's going to come around.
Coming through.
Yeah.
She's got the appropriate shirt on, too, John.
Yeah.
Telling you. Come on in.
Send a microphone your way. And good to see Sarah here today. And Miss Diane here in her final official Strawberry Festival Parade is in marching, she thinks, but I'm sure she's still going to get to do that.
Yeah, we'll recruit her.
Yeah.
Sarah, who is the children's librarian from the Humboldt Public Library. Sarah, good to see you today.
Good to see you. Good to be back on again.
Yeah, so y'all are not walking today. Y'all just touring and
just watching, waving,
yeah.
Yelling at every governor, say, support the library, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about some things I know you've got going on. The coming up summer, that means it's time for summer reading, and you want folks to be a part of it, right?
Yes, yeah. We're going to do our sign-up kickoff on the 23rd, so the last day of school. We'll have the Humboldt Fire Department and the Police Department down to have the trucks and everything for the kids to look at. Sign up all the kids we can that day. Of course, you can sign up all summer long as you come to programs. And then they'll get their calendars with our great events. We have a lot of stuff going on this summer.
Yeah, so going to be a lot of things going on at the library. And also adult reading. I know Brittany's kind of in charge of that. And that's happening as well. So for the adults, too, and the kids.
Yeah, they are able to read for prizes. This year we're doing a raffle giveaway. So every 5 books they read enters them in for a prize basket from one of our local area donors. So like the local car departments have given us oil changes and things like that. So there's some cool prizes for them to win this year.
I've seen some of those prizes, and those are very nice. And I know the folks are going to. We're getting our picture made, and I'm adjusting over here. Mosquitoes or something coming this way. Again, glad to have y'all here today. Miss Diane, you want to visit with us? You haven't got to visit on the radio yet. You haven't got to visit on the radio yet.
I haven't visited on the radio yet. This is fun. This is my last parade. I've enjoyed it. We've done it 13 years. We started out with a little red wagon and some stuffed animals in it and some books, and we've grown to book-bearing friends, so it's been great.
Yeah, I have to applaud you, the work you've done at the library. As you took it from Miss Carolyn, the library's changed so much in the last 13 and 14 years, and not just work you've done, but libraries as a whole have really moved forward, right?
Absolutely, and our friends of the library have made such a change inside and outside with their support. The foundation's accepting money now for donations for a new children's library, which Sarah will be delighted about.
I know she's ready for that.
So we're excited about that. We appreciate you and all you do to support the library. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you guys do so much for the community. And Sarah, something folks may not know about the library. What would be that one thing you would tell people that they might not know a library does?
One thing you don't know about the library. Well, everyone knows that we're more than books now. That's been our tagline for so long.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, that's one thing I have not thought about.
Something, and a lot of people, we say you've pushed that slogan for so long, but a lot of people think people just checking out books, that's all they ever do. But there's so many other services offered with modern technology, with the computers that are there and access to so many more things.
Yeah, I mean, we're essentially education. It's more than just being able to check out books and like learn on your own. But I mean, we've provided like computer classes and genealogy classes that you've helped teach. So people can come to the library to learn, not just to like look for resources on their own. We're there to help teach them in our own ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys do a fantastic job. Again, thanks so much for letting us have this hot spot over here. So we've got internet all week.
I got the hot spot. Let me add one thing. We're the technology center of the community.
Absolutely.
And as John said, he's got our hot spot over here, which we have for people to check out.
Yep.
So come see us.
And there's a lot of hot spots here today. Not just internet related. Definitely so. Thank y'all so much, Miss Diane Wright and Sarah Peden from the Humboldt Public Library. Good to see them today, and I appreciate all they do here in the community, Seth, and just do a fantastic job.
Well, that's one thing you got to think about with the library now. You don't fight against technology, you embrace it, and that's what they're doing.
That's exactly right.
We've got Miss Tennessee Junior Elementary right here in front of us.
Man, you're good. You caught right back up with that.
Yeah, McKaylee Murphy. Also Miss Tennessee Senior Elementary, Eva Wright. This is, man, that sign's awful small. It's an America pageant.
Yeah,
I see that in big letters.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, this is more of the Shriners? They're having to pull a car.
I'm guessing so. That must have been what broke down there. Something had an issue, and that must be.
One of the Shriner clowns walked up, too. Did you see that? He walked up and handed me this. They're doing it's not a ticket now that I've got. This is just an advertisement. Sure. But they're doing a Shriner circus at the Omen Arena. I went the last time. That blew me away.
Really?
All the things that they were able to do, and so you need to be watching for that. That's going to be coming up.
That'll be very neat.
I want to go to the one in Memphis because I hear it's a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That is...
that is hard to read.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Beautiful flower arrangement, though, on the back of that wagon being pulled.
Here's another young lady in a Jeep convertible. She's riding on the back there, probably on a strawberry quilt, waving to the crowd. She's from Miss Lauderdale County.
That's Kaylee Jo Urban. And then another governor candidate. I don't see him yet, but I'm sure he's here.
And I believe he is from the Memphis area. I'm correct.
Yeah, that was...
is that right?
I believe so. Yeah, he may be following... No, he ain't in that car. There ain't no way he's in that car.
And he may be walking down through here somewhere, and we just haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
Many running for governor.
That's a nice, sharp vehicle. Nissan. Hadn't seen too many Nissans coming through.
They're walking down through, and you can tell they've got a little warm in today's parade. And they make their way through and waving to the crowd. Of course, this is the place to be if you're seeking an office and running for a position.
So they call it a captivated audience.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Another queen comes and waves to the crowd here on a beautiful Friday morning here in downtown Humboldt.
All the way from Brewston, John. That's a long ways to come. Miss Brewston, and that's Aubrey Gaya.
Many of these ladies compete in the territorial pageants.
Okay.
And at one time, it seems like there was a rule at one time you had to ride if you participated in the pageants.
Really?
Now, I don't know if that rule is still in effect, but they'll ride and then they'll be in many of the pageants. She waves through in that Mustang convertible, waving to the cameras across the way from us.
That's right.
And they tell them that in their packets that they get, that the camera from Channel 11's on the right to look there and wave. Still a good crowd gathered here around us. Many have gathered into any place that's shaded as possible.
I've been here at times, too, where people would leave early. It doesn't look like anybody's leaving early.
No, it's still a good crowd here.
We're an hour and a half in, and we still got quite a few pages to go.
A big parade today. Of course, many other activities going to still follow the governor's luncheon at 12:30. Strawberry Market on Main kicks off at 12 o'clock. That'll last till 5 today with the vendor set up. And then again tomorrow from 9 till 2.
Got Miss Jackson here for 2018. That is a young lady by the name of Tara Townsend that's riding through in a beautiful white vehicle here. It's a Chrysler, I believe.
Very nice. We've got a Sebring.
Yeah. Convertible, man, I'll tell you what.
Didn't know there were that many convertibles in West Tennessee till the Strawberry Festival.
There are today, that's right. A lot of red and white vehicles today.
Our friends from Channel 11, Tyler Hawks, across the way from him, just taking a glance there as the camera shot was off of him, and he took the headset off, and he just used the whole sleeve to to fix himself up there for camera.
You know he's hot.
I know they're burning up over there.
Oh, man. I don't see where Danny has found his shade over here.
Yeah, he's found a tree. He's got back in the perfect spot.
Yeah, he found his shade over here. He was telling us before.
Somebody has a crown on, I believe, here by you.
Yeah. Got cat ears. She had a birthday party last night.
Oh, so that's what the crown's from. Yeah.
Oh, my. Reading that one. I'm not going to read the sign. I'm just going to go from what the paper says and hope the number's right. Miss Greenfield. No, that's Miss Cotton Festival. That is Miss Cotton Festival. Caitlin Beatty.
Mm-hmm. Notice the differences in the crown. Some of them are very large. Some of them are small.
Yeah.
Some of them are more valuable than others.
We got riding up here today in this Jeep Wrangler.
But she's up high today.
She is. Miss Greenfield. That's Sophie Box.
Waving back and forth, side to side, and different ones, youngsters inside, they're waving as well.
That's right.
They take a moment to wave for the camera.
We got a float coming up here from our friends. That's actually just about 2 doors down from us normally. Rainbow Pediatric.
Yeah.
And their float don't have just a whole lot of information on that. But we do
They're
appreciate
coming with their banner here to introduce them, of course, with the appropriate rainbow colors.
You know what they've done? They have took a trailer, and have you been to Sam's recently? This actually probably came from Sam's.
Oh, really?
They have these big old inflatable things for like the lake and all that,
Yeah,
and they
that's
have
what
took
that is.
and sat that on that trailer. It's very innovative. It's a unicorn, blow-up unicorn that has the wings and all that, and they have run those kids, look at that, they have run those kids a bottle of water out there. This is the festival staff running those kids little bottles of water. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely so.
Look at them.
And, you know, they're really hot in what they're sitting in. Those things really attract heat.
Look at her. She's spraying that bottle of water on those kids.
I almost wanted to say, is it full of water?
Hey, buddy.
Your daughter's found somebody she knows.
Yeah. She's clapping and about to jump out over here.
And look, she's so excited. She's overwhelmed in the float like, oh, my goodness. That's great. I love the expression covering her mouth up there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, my.
Thank you for listening to our coverage here of the 81st Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. Thanks to our sponsors. We're going to tell you about those coming up here in just a moment. But this next float from Trenton, it's rolling 31 through T-Town. Some of that royalty there waving from Trenton and the Teapot Festival.
I didn't see a number on that one, John, so I'm not going to be able to tell you a whole lot
about it. It's 036, I believe is what that
there
is.
There it is.
Mm-hmm. That one there.
That is a Trenton float.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a Trenton float.
We all know that speed limit, 31.
Got a little Miss Ashlyn Farley, preteen Adeline Carnes with maid Mike Val, Miss Teen Hannah Clark with maid Anna Farrow and Hannah Howe, Miss Trenton, Kaylee Stevens with and Trenton. You ever heard the story behind that 31? Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's a neat story. Very neat. Everybody knows the 31 speed limit.
That's right. That was also a memory of Daryl Dorsett.
Yeah. And that's his daughter riding right there, Miss Penny Richardson.
Oh, okay.
Waving at us.
Awesome.
She has a location, a consignment store there on Court Square.
Oh, really?
There's your son over there, Matthew. He's looking like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not so sure about all this.
Yeah.
Is this his first Strawberry Festival?
It is.
Ah.
It is. He did not get to come last year. And his favorite part of the festival so far has been the bands. He loves music.
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
Wow.
He's been waving and kicking back there. Henry County Fairest of the Fair. Allison Rager coming through, sponsored by Joe Mahan Ford. As they move on through this festival today.
She's waving to the crowd. Still another band making their way up. Many more cars with Queens riding. I think Matthew wants to go to the road.
Yeah, he'd probably go out there and direct traffic if they'd let him.
And we have a little line up here getting bumper to bumper now.
That's right. Something is stopping them. And it may be all those people handing out those different stuff.
It could be. That slows it down a bit. Crowd still hung around. Folks haven't left. Usually this far into it in the heat, people go on, but people have stayed today.
Tell you what, this parade keeps going. We may have to call Popes and see if they'll do a delivery, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Little Miss Lauderdale County coming up next. That's Kaylee Jo Irwin. No, that's not. That's Avery Emerson. That was wrong on my paper.
Yeah.
I apologize. That's Avery Emerson.
She's waving
through. Look at there.
It's probably her first of many pageants she'll be in over the years.
Also, coming up here, this car here is just a local business. This is Volunteer Home Care Incorporated of Humboldt.
Handing out some brochures.
Yeah, it used to be right here on Main Street. I don't know where they're at now, if they're still here or not.
Handing out some cups. Some of our law enforcement officers going down that way. Must be having an issue down there. They're running pretty good.
Or are they trying to catch up to the water bottles? No, there's something
going on, so hopefully all is okay down that way. Sometimes heat affects things and issues.
This may be why we're having a stoppage of the cars.
Yeah, something must be going on. A lot of times people get sick on the parade route, and they even have to bring in ambulances at times. So we'll see what's going on down that way. Our time right now is 11:38. We move along on our parade coverage here, the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival.
Okay, things are starting to move back along here, but still not sure exactly what took place down there.
Again, a great job our law enforcement officers do. Even a couple of the guys down here by us have now gone that way as well.
That's why you have all those guys here, that's for sure. Miss McKenzie Queen Sydney Pate, first maid Claire Craddock, second maid Emma Martin, third Emily Boland, and fourth maid Haley Brassfield.
Yeah. We'll see another band going to make their way up here in just a moment to perform for us.
All right, we got Miss Iris Tennessee Teen 2018, Nadia Treadwell on there today. She also has Miss Tennessee Outstanding Teen Mary Humphrey riding alongside of her.
Some of these go together here.
Miss Tennessee Charm, Bailey Gordon coming through next in that white Wrangler. Look at how that's decorated. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Got the pink strawberry with the green leaf on top. And then the little green garland with the strawberries hanging off of it with a white and yellow flower. And then here comes a very popular person. This is not his first West Tennessee Strawberry Festival, John.
No, he's been in a few of those.
Yeah, I can remember Bredesen riding through on his horse.
Yeah, he came through on a horse. He got off and talked.
Yeah.
We won't bring up that memory.
A question or a statement.
A question was made.
Oh, wow.
Which was pretty humorous, and he took it very well, and we all laughed it off, and he probably never had that say it.
He may not come over here after that.
And he's walking today. He's very casual today, too. That's pretty much always been his theme.
It has been. It has been. Trying to just really relate to the local people. Sign following behind him. Pick Phil for Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
That's right. And he's waving to the crowd. Been in politics a long time. Going good, sir.
Good to see you. Been to many strawberry festivals over the years.
You know, even though he's not been in politics since, I think 2011 is when he may have kind of exited all that scene.
Sure.
But since then, he's still been heavily involved in things that are really important. And if he gets to come over here, there's something along with the Asian carp right now that he's focusing on, trying to get rid of those things. They can actually be a danger pretty bad when they get too populated in these lakes.
Sure.
And I know my wife, she don't like them. We went to Reelfoot Lake one time, and we were fishing, and I was with a couple of guys. It was 4 of us in the boat, and those things, when you started taking off from the pier, they would jump in the boat with you.
Oh, wow.
And they're big fish. I mean, long as your arm, real big. And they gave us poles to knock them in the head with.
Oh, goodness.
And my wife dropped her pole and jumped up on the edge of the boat with me and about to push me off in the water. Man, it was the funniest sight you've ever seen in your life. She hadn't been fishing with me again.
That ain't happened again.
Got another band coming up here. Is this the Gibson County Pioneer Band?
I believe so.
They are always a great band.
They'll make their way up the parade route. We watch for them. They get lined up and get ready to perform. A lot of folks out walking now. Here up and down the parade route. They're getting organized, get ready to perform. Get a little information there possibly. Hope everybody's all right and what may be going on down the way. our thoughts and prayers, whatever's going down that way, and fine job, the law enforcement and things they have to deal with.
And, they jump right into action. We can comment on that here in a minute. I know we got a band coming up, but, yeah, they jump right into action. That's why you have those people here. Humboldt Police could not do it by themselves. And these other officers that come to town, they help each other in West Tennessee. They don't just come to West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. Humboldt goes to the Fish Fry.
Oh, absolutely.
Trenton Teapot and all those other festivals. So
we'll take a listen to the Gibson County Pioneer Marching Band as they make their way up and perform.
All right.
And that's the Gibson County High School Marching Band there performing for us. It's a song we all love and recognize.
That is the first band to actually do an actual performance. In other words, doing the marching and trying to have a performance. So that's really neat, and glad to see.
Yeah.
Glad to see that. That was a beautiful, beautiful, big band here.
Yeah, very large band. And the Pioneer Band moves on down the parade route as they performed, and they'll catch up with the others that are already moving along. Still many more cars lined up, Seth.
I'm telling you, they're still over the hill, ain't they?
There's still several more coming as this parade continues.
Not talking about the people walking in front of us now. I'm just saying that the cars are lined up over the hill.
Get to see some of this video later. Some of these folks that are hugging and entertaining in front of our camera, you'll get to see them later.
Wow. Well, we got another car here coming by. This is Miss Valentine, Brooke Prescott, riding through this Strawberry Festival Parade.
Looks like some of our law enforcement officers over here are dealing with a little issue here by us. A fine job they do keeping crowd control when folks don't want to go the way he wants them to go. He shows who's in charge. And they move along.
They sure do. They sure do.
Got some more entertainers here, and I'm not sure what that entry is because I didn't catch a number on it.
Let's see. That is going to be 117. So that's going to be Faith and Power, West Tennessee Youth, and Adult Dance.
So a dance group here. One boy, you know he's warm, dressed all in that black attire.
Mercy.
They're moving on. They're not doing a whole lot of dancing. One of them is.
Is that a lot of? Is that Spears?
I don't know. It's a good question.
All right, be a hero and adopt, don't shop. This is a representation of the, our page says FOGCA. I don't know.
Friends of Gibson County. What was the abbreviation?
FOGCA.
Gibson County Animals is what it's.
Okay.
Something to the abbreviation of that.
There you go.
Friends of Gibson County Animals.
Oh, my.
And here comes another nice Toyota truck here in front of us.
This is going to be Miss Sweetheart. She is Miss Emma Martin. I think this is her second time back through.
And they're moving through here at a pretty fast pace. Most of them are moving right along.
That's right.
This big Chevy truck here, Seth, very nice. Look at those rims.
Man. Tell you what.
The float and the truck could almost be entries alone.
That's right. That's right. Now we're kind of getting out of order here. Oh, no, we're not. Let me get back here where we are. This is Sweetest Treat You'll Ever Meet. This is from the Little Miss World's Biggest Fish Fry group.
Yeah.
And that's Queen Ella Reese Flint with maids McKinnon Miles, Ella Hudson, Boston Bobo, and Macy Powell. That's a neat float right there as focusing on sweet treats, ice cream, and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. And another young lady riding on a very unique looking float here.
Yeah, they've put that number in a hard spot.
It's hard to tell what the numbers are on some of these. I'm trying to figure out what all the that looks to be is that a fire truck? No, it's a farm vehicle.
That's right.
A tractor of some sort.
Picking and grinning, Miss Cornfest. There you go.
Or a corn picker, I'm guessing that would be.
Sarah Kissel.
Yeah, very neat float.
It may be Cassell, I would imagine. That's Cassell. Picking and grinning. That's pretty neat. The wheels.
Yeah, the wheels even moving. It's automated.
Wow.
Another one of those nice trucks. Here's a GMC coming through. Looks like another local business here. Main Street Grill.
Main Street Grill. That is in Medina.
I believe so.
Have you ate there?
I have not.
Man, their grilled asparagus is amazing.
Ah. Nice truck, too. And there's a dog riding in the back seat. He's getting some treats along the way.
That's right.
He's like, look at all the people.
I mean it. He's having a blast, isn't he? Got some more royalty coming up here. As soon as we can see what this car number is, we'll get into that. I think this is Miss Black, Gibson County. Yeah, this is Miss Black, Gibson County. This is Queen Trinity Cox. She is from Humboldt High School right here at town. Maids Michaela Pettigrew. She's from the Milan High School. Natalie Carey, Humboldt High School. Kyla Poster from South Gibson County High School.
Yeah.
And Alexis Wardlow. That is also another Humboldt High School student.
They're fanning, too. Fanning, they're hot.
I'll tell you what, Humboldt well represented on that car there.
Yeah, definitely.
Then following closely along behind them is Miss Sweetheart Christina Leonard, I guess is how you pronounce that. And riding in that white Sahara Wrangler Unlimited. Here comes Miss Marsha Blackburn, conservative for U.S. Senate today.
Yeah, she's got her entry in the parade and supporters.
That's right. She's marching on the other side there.
They are passing different things out and shaking hands. Got to meet her back at the Old Country Store a couple of months ago in Jackson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. They're handing out stickers as well. handing out stickers and candy and all kinds of stuff. We kind of had a little stoppage here, John. I don't know.
Yeah, they're getting ketchup down there. Probably a band performing.
Yeah.
From Gibson, the Gibson County Pioneers. Probably stopped again and performed.
Looks like Tyler's got a break across there. They've allowed him to step down for a minute. Probably go get him something to drink.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got warm.
We've been going for almost 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something. Well, coming up here, we've got Miss Medina Springtime, Lauren Figley.
The little gnat bugs have taken us over here.
UNM Miss Memphis teen, Macy Jones, sitting here in a red convertible. That's a Corvette. Man, that's a nice vehicle there. Got some people
She's
following
moving along, too.
And then trash pickup people coming along here. Republic Services. They got that motto, we'll handle it from here. You know, years ago it was Barker Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's Republic Services.
It's a new entry in the parade.
Yeah. I think my kids have tired out. I think
they've about seen all they want to see.
I think 2 hours is enough for them.
We're just about 2 hours into the parade now. 11:54 here. The Good News Radio Network, Good News 99.9, AM 1190. The Relay for Life entry here, which has been combined into one county Relay for Life event. I believe it's June the 2nd, I believe is that date. It'll be in Milan at the City Park.
That's neat how they're combining all those in Gibson County this year. Oh, look at there. There's Amos.
He sure enough is. Look at there. He's going to get the crowd stirred up.
Amos, the face of Humboldt right there, man. He's
That's
all over
now.
town now. Mr. Mark Hodge, pastor of First Assembly, sent me a text. He said, y'all been going almost 2 hours, and we haven't even made it to the start yet.
Oh, wow. Coming up next, here's some of the entries from the Relay for Life. The float, I see the honoree this year, Mayor Marvin Sykes. He is now, I believe, changed the tire, and he's come back around.
He is in cooler clothes now. He's changed into a T-shirt honoring the Relay for Life. Now, also, Miss Margaret Perry is another one of those honorees.
Yeah.
She's on there as well, and you've got them together. We stand united for a cure, and that's maids Anna Kate Crenshaw and Jila Shaver. The Relay for Life honoree Margaret Perry and family, Marvin Sykes and family as well. So,
check out Marvin Sykes.
I'll tell it. Riding in those lawn chairs. They're just having a big time.
Yep.
What is this? I didn't see
this is I believe a Click One vehicle maybe. Is this a Click One vehicle? No?
I'm not sure. They're blaring some music, ain't they?
I know Click One is supposed to have a vehicle in it. Is that a Tesla? I don't know. They're supposed to have a Tesla in it. I don't know much about them.
Got Miss Henderson coming up on this nice yellow convertible here. That's Ashton Williams.
I believe that is the Click One vehicle.
Okay.
There's their
oh my,
other folks dressed up.
Astronaut, and then I guess that's Miss Space there. The galaxies.
I know John Warmoth has said ahead on Facebook that they're getting ready to, who is in the uniform, so they're getting ready to reveal some information about a new service. So,
all right.
That is a promo to whatever that service is.
We got another person running for Gibson County trustee here, elect Wendy Richardson. And on there, she's brave enough to put In God We Trust. You see that? Look at that. And I think they've got us a couple more politicians here that's going to be coming through before we can get to another band.
Yeah, they are spaced out all throughout the parade route. Still see many cars lined up down past 20 seconds, still coming our way.
That's right. Well, this is a local business here, Loveless. Is that a lawn care?
It's lawn care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not those black letters. Can't quite. Yeah, that's what it says.
And then coming next, Dr. W.J. Olia, Elks Club Lodge from here in town with an entry in today's parade.
Now, where's that located? Do you know?
I'm not sure on their lodge. I know Dr. Lee is a early African-American doctor here in town. He worked with Dr. Ausler for many years. He was known for wearing his bright white suits.
Really?
Dr. Lee passed away, I believe, back in the 40s or 50s.
Well, they got a nice black truck following them as well. And it says who's riding in there. Ora Woolfork and Karen Reed are riding in the back of that.
Yeah, they're waving to the crowd today.
He's got that white suit on. Look at that.
Yeah, he does. Mm-hmm. Comes another classic Camaro here, or a Mustang, rather.
That's Kennedy Reese. She's the Tennessee Iris Festival hostess.
Our friend's
princess.
next to us. This is the one they're waiting on.
That's
this is
right.
their granddaughter.
That's what they've been sitting here for 2 hours waiting on right there.
They came down from Paris, and so they were here to see their granddaughter.
That's right.
I don't know if she found them yet.
I think she saw him a while ago. Yeah, she's seeing him. Yeah.
It's a great car, too.
I'll tell you what, that's a fancy ride.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of those classic Mustangs. Black, shiny. Here's our friends just about 10 minutes to the north of us.
Peabody High School Marching Band. The Tide Band going to come through and perform for us. Always another great band here at the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. We'll listen to them as they perform. Peabody Band comes through in their black and gold. Always very nice uniforms. Of course, just saw them last week at the Trenton Teapot Festival, which is the week before the Strawberry Festival.
John, but they're about to.
I don't know, but they're eating me up.
That was really neat to see. I don't think I've ever seen a kid pushed through in a wheelchair playing in the band.
Oh, yeah. That was Lanny Poteet, by the way, pushing him.
Oh, really?
Mr. Lanny helping out there.
Is he kin to the Miss Poteet with the festival?
I believe they're different bunch.
Okay.
His brother works at Walmart, by the way, here in town.
All right.
You probably know him.
We got Miss
Michael?
Halls. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. We got Miss Halls coming up here for 2018. Haley Lawson riding in front of us here. Nice sport Wrangler there.
Yeah.
Decked out with the green and red, I guess you would call that toll.
Something like that. Coming next is Taylor Adkins, entry in the parade. He's running for Gibson County Sheriff.
Yeah.
And Taylor got his supporters and out marching with him today and waving to the crowd. Sure, Taylor's mixed in there somewhere.
I was going to say, I'm looking for him. I know he's here.
And he may be in a suit. He was at the Teapot Festival. We'll find out if he braved the suit today.
He did. There he is. He's walking in the back here, John.
Yeah, I see him, yeah.
Following the red wagon. That's right.
See him walking down. There's his grandmother, Miss Virginia Blakemore. Always love Miss Virginia over there supporting her grandson.
Taylor's no stranger to Humboldt. He's been in town a couple of businesses and spends a lot of time here in town.
And, of course, his great-uncle, the late Doug Adkins. Did you know that?
I didn't realize he was kin to him.
Yeah, his granddaddy is Royce Adkins, who was Doug's brother.
Okay. Doug had, if he would have still been living, he would have been able to celebrate another birthday just this past week.
Yeah.
I think Thursday.
Yeah.
There's Miss McNairy County, Anna Kate Crenshaw.
That's John Crenshaw's daughter.
Okay.
Well, I know from the Crenshaw farm for many, many years.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Waving to the crowd today. Still a long line coming up the parade route here on Main Street. And again, thanks to our sponsors for making our coverage possible today. Pritchard Real Estate and Appraisals, People's Furniture Company, Humboldt Utilities, Jones Family of Companies, Humboldt Public Library, Robert Ellis Paint and Body Shop, as well as Gene Langley Ford, Dover Automotive, State Farm Agent Randy Terry, the Humboldt Historical Society, King Tire Company, Humboldt Chamber of Commerce, and Hickman Realty Group.
Here's a unique one, John. Right in front of us is Miss Historic Union City, Bray Williams. That's her second time to go through the festival as well. She was on an actual territorial float earlier.
Sure. She had to make the long trip all the way back to the beginning and ride again.
Here's a festival I could go to. This Miss Fiddlestick. Look at there. Macy Garner. Macy is a rising senior at the Greenfield High School.
Have you ever had a fiddlestick?
You know, I'm ashamed of this, John. I have not.
Well, they are delicious. It's a real simple ice cream bar. And these things are taking me over. They need to go your way.
Oh, man.
There's so much food around here. I think they're just attracted to all the food.
I think they are.
Well, maybe it's just us.
Yeah, so sweet. That's what it is.
Yeah. Probably more like sour. That lovely young lady. This is the Miss Soybean Festival.
Yeah, Miss Soybean. This is Laurel Wynn riding through the festival today. Pausing for the picture for Danny Way.
Yeah.
Miss Hometown Princess, Hannah Bland.
A lot of queens waving to the crowd and enjoying their time to ride through the 81st West Tennessee Strawberry Festival.
You know, I think she changed as well. These people have to have time to change clothes and get on that float.
Well, they've had roughly 2 hours if they were at the beginning to walk to the end.
Ain't that it? Oh, wow. Little Miss Crossroads coming up here.
In their float yesterday, we saw pulled by hand. Of course, now today with the trucks pulling them.
That's Peyton Wilson. And then you've got Little Miss Skills USA, Presley Wilson. Are they twins? They look a lot alike, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do favor.
That is,
here's the mini majestic Majorettes.
All right.
And the twirlers there are performing for us.
I think they've been here before.
I think so. They're going to perform and march through the parade. Again, we thank you so much for listening to our coverage today of the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival Grand Floats Parade here on Good News 99.9 AM 1190.
Got a candidate for a state representative coming up here, Greg Fry. He is in a UT truck, John. This is orange and white truck.
Yeah, I like that truck.
He's running for state representative in District 79, and so make sure that he wanted to make sure we mentioned that. He was waving, and we nodded and mentioned that for him. Greg Fry running for District 79.
Saw him in Trenton last week. He was out shaking. Actually shook his hand, but didn't know he was seeking for an office. He was just there visiting.
Yeah, he looks very familiar, John. I've seen him somewhere.
And look at this large vehicle.
That's a different looking truck, isn't it? It says elect Chris Younger. Gibson County Register of Deeds. Those things, I'm starting to swallow those things now, John.
Yeah, they're all over.
We're going to get one of those bombs next year. And drop
we're going to have to. I mean, they have taken, I don't even know what they are.
I've never seen.
I'm almost wanting to say they're a termite.
It looks like a termite when they land. They've got those thin wings like that.
Oh, we're not made out of wood.
Them things bite you. You're going to realize it. Look at this now.
Yeah, this is nice. I'd like to have one of those. I don't even know what they're even called, but they're three-wheeled cars. Got one wheel in the back center and two on the front.
Now, this is Miss Hope for a Cure for 2018. Her name is Olivia Davis. Coming back through here. Man, that's a nice car.
Yeah. Very expensive cars, too.
It's one of those cars that's got the two wheels on the front, one in the back.
I bet that thing would move.
I would imagine it would. Be easy to pop a wheelie, wouldn't it?
We see another band down in the distance making their way up the parade route. A couple of other entries before then.
Now, this is something I'm not recognizing.
I can't tell till they get a little closer to us.
It's some kind of a Tennessee state representative, I guess.
That I'm not sure yet. It may be George Flynn's entry. I believe it's Dr. George Flynn, I believe.
But, he has the old Tennessee logo on that van. You notice that?
Now, of course, he's seeking the office of 8th District Congressman, I believe.
That's right.
Here's some folks from
yes.
Mr. Bredesen. You want to visit with them while we continue along. And Dr. George Flynn making his way up the parade route and his entry. We thank you for listening to the 81st Annual West Tennessee Strawberry Festival here on Good News 99.9 and AM 1190. We're going to turn this over again in just a moment to Seth, and he's going to visit here with you on the air. And I'm going to talk to the young lady here from Phil Bredesen's group. We get a little break in the parade. And they're coming back around this way. More folks passing out things here at the parade route.
John, I think there's somebody wanting to talk to you, so
I'm going to swap.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll carry on here. We got somebody from a campaign needing to talk to John for a moment, and we appreciate them stopping by. And that is Mr. Flynn. Now, George Flynn's coming through. There is actually an Army vehicle, looks like one of those Hummer vehicles there, that Mr. Flynn has put his information on, and it's still got a little bit of the camouflage. And so I'll tell you what. Now, a lot of these candidates, I was just talking to one of the press people for a candidate just a moment ago, and a lot of these candidates are having to go straight from here to the luncheon. That luncheon starts at 12:30, so they're having to actually, she just explained this to me, John, a lot of these candidates are having to go straight from here to the luncheon. By the time they get through,
sure,
if we don't catch them when they're walking by, we're probably not going to get them.
Yeah, because they're all going to be speaking today, so that's going to happen at the luncheon, and they've all got to be there. And that immediately follows at 12:30, and it's 12, a little bit after 12 right now.
That's right. That's right.
And there's Dr. Flynn right there.
I may be able to get him. I don't know if we can. All right, look at there. He gave a shout out there to local television. Do you see that?
Yeah, he's moving right along.
Yeah.
Dr. Flynn owns several radio stations as well. He's got
Does he?
Yeah, a couple in Memphis, I believe, and some around the surrounding areas. Talking to the folks along the way through.
All right. We are moving right along, folks, and I'm telling you that there's still a lot to come. So, Cash Express of Humboldt has a little float here.
Passing out some things. They move on through here.
Yeah. We got another band coming up, too. I think this is going to be the Hornets.
It looks like it. Looks like the appropriate orange and blue.
Yeah, it's harder to get guests now because of the length of the parade. We may have mentioned that before. We might have had a few guests on. We've had the library and some different ones on with us today. But they're having to go straight from this. This is a good problem to have.
Yeah.
It's a big parade. They're having to go straight from here to a luncheon where many of them will be speaking. And I'll tell you what. And that may be something we want to look into. If we can get into that luncheon at times, that would be a great way for our listeners to be able to hear. We might have to go solo for a while the other person heads toward the luncheon, because this parade is not going to be done, I don't believe. If it's done by 12:30, we're going to be just wrapping up, looks like.
Of course, many of the politicians like Dr. Flynn, who has come through, he's going to attend that luncheon.
That's right.
So as soon as he gets down there, he's got to go that way.
That's right. And with traffic the way it is, they can't take a chance. They just got to go on.
All have many tight schedules, many locations they're going to be. And, of course, some of these are already, business owners, already in office and locations, so they got many other responsibilities as well they're already doing. It's as well being in the parade.
There's over 200 cars in this parade today, John, and that's we've just got into the 160s. So,
and some of these entries had 2 or 3 vehicles with them.
That's right. Here is South Gibson County High School, the Marching Hornets from Medina, Tennessee, right here.
Always a very popular band.
Shiny orange color guard with the blue and black uniform band following them. You're going to enjoy this. They're sounding good way up there. They're going to sound really good to get up close. Wow.
Take a listen to them as they make their way up the parade route.
So Gibson County and South Gibson County, both doing great job performing.
Both excellent bands. The Hornets Marching Band making their way through Medina. And some more red and green floats here with a go-kart of sorts pulling. A little float with some youngsters here on it. Red and green balloons.
Yeah. Look at that. That's a neat little vehicle, isn't it?
Very neat there, waving along. You need one of those. That'd be perfect to take to the pond.
That's the Williams and Bomer family. Strawberry cuties is what they're calling that. You know, those things don't tend to bother you as much if you stand up. That's why I think I'm going to keep standing.
Who is this right here?
This is car 175. This is Mr. and Mrs. McKinley Bryson.
Wearing his cowboy hat today.
Must be some kind of celebrity because it's a signed poster deal.
Sure. HLC Colorful there from Alamo, a gas company. Just checking that vehicle out.
Oh, I was wondering what was going on. I thought, uh-oh.
Again, that's a unique vehicle because it's actually a gas truck, and he's checking it out. There's another group of youngsters waving to the crowd here with a mascot, a dog mascot.
This truck here is from the First Assembly of God located in Humboldt. Reverend Mark Hodge. Oh, there he is. That's what he was talking about. He was in the parade.
Oh, he was he was way at the very beginning still.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, good to see you.
Speaking of Terminex here, we need him to come over here and spray something for a moment.
We need to get them on next year, I think.
And spray our broadcast location.
That's right. That's right.
Waving to the crowd. Got a couple of entries here in the.
Hey, they take care of termites too. You see that? Termites, pests.
Come over here. We got pests all around us. Bugs flying around.
Oh, my.
Well, a little break in the parade again. We thank our sponsors for making our coverage possible. We'll talk about some of the other folks. King Tire Company.
Yeah.
Man, I have purchased many sets of tires from the Kings. Great folks to work with here in town, and also 2 locations in Jackson, as well as Hickman Realty Group here on Main Street. If you're looking to buy, sell a home, they're good folks to deal with. They'll take care of you there. And,
they do a lot more than just tire work, even though that name can be kind of mess you up. They do oil changes as well. They do brake repairs. I mean, if you need something done on your vehicle, check with them. See if they can do it.
Absolutely. People's Furniture Company, a longtime staple in downtown Humboldt. I've had some mattresses from there. I've had some furniture from there.
Yeah.
My mom has bought from there. Grandmother and granddaddy bought, one of their first pieces of furniture they had from there, a little living room table set and coffee table.
Oh, yeah?
That going back into the late 1940s, 1949. So been in business a long time in downtown Humboldt.
That's right. Oh, there's somebody here, I think, wanting to talk to us.
He's going to come around.
Yeah. We've got, let's see, this is going to be car 173. Mini All-Stars of Jackson.
It's like another dance club here.
Yeah.
The gentleman coming around to say hello to Seth, and we'll find out whether he's going to be talking to us or not. He's coming around here, who he represents. Again, thank you so much for listening to Good News 99.9, AM 1190. I'm John Blankenship. Seth Wilkerson joining me here today on the air for the Grand Floats Parade of the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. Thanks to Tony Reeves back in studio. And we see several more entries still lined up to come down. Looks like another band in the distance as well. A big parade today as it's about 12:15 right now.
Yes.
And there's Mayor Marvin Sykes stepping right out here in front of us. Good to see the mayor today.
That's right.
He's been through twice.
Yeah. He's got to get to a luncheon.
Is he coming around this way? He's coming around behind us here.
Yeah, I'll help him in.
Mayor Marvin Sykes going to join us here at our broadcast location across from the Humboldt Higher Education Center.
That's right. He's got to change again.
Well, Marvin, Mayor of Humboldt, good to see you here today. Marvin, been a big time.
Oh, it's been a wonderful day. Look at all these people, all of our visitors. Everybody's having a wonderful time, and it's a wonderful day in Humboldt, Tennessee.
Well, we're about 2 hours and 15 minutes into this parade. Still a lot more to come. It's been a great time. Big crowds, and you've been through the parade twice today.
Yes. I went through the first time with my family, and as mayor. And then the second time I come through is I'm a cancer survivor.
Yeah.
This year.
Absolutely.
And I was honored to be on the float. So it's awesome to be asked to be the honoree this year on the Relay for Life.
That's right, Mayor. A lot of great things going on in the city of Humboldt. One of the big things has been Tyson coming to town, and many other things just besides that you've worked on to make happen.
Yeah, that's a big deal for us this year. We just got a new spirit here in Humboldt and Gibson County, and it's just a new spirit. You can see it here today. I would say 90% of these people are visitors to our city, and it's just awesome to see them here.
Would you take an estimate of how many people do you think is here today?
Whew. Well, I always say between 35 and 40,000 today.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, and we've did some counts before, and how many people can fit in this area. And it's between 35 and 40,000.
That's a lot of people to make the city of Humboldt really comes alive, and we show our hometown atmosphere that folks want to move here, and many people are doing it. You know, I've seen rental houses filling up, people purchasing homes, and new things coming, right?
Yeah, that's right. They want to be part of this, and we want them to be part of this.
That's right.
It's we want to be part of it, and it's not just Humboldt. It's Gibson County, Crockett County, and Madison, Carroll. We want everybody to have a part of this.
Humboldt, as we know, being both historians here, Humboldt's always been a very progressive city, always developing, always moving forward, innovative, and that same thing's still happening today.
It sure is. We can look, John, we look back in our history, we can see where our population was at a certain time, and all of our industry, you know, it's up and down. In the 30s, we had a major move forward after World War II also. Had a little lull time there back in the 70s and 80s, but it's back. It's coming back. And,
yes.
I feel good about it.
Well, Mayor, I appreciate you coming by. I know you've got a lot of folks to see and a lot of places you've got to visit today. Again, thank you so much for visiting. Appreciate all you do. Appreciate your friendship.
Yes, sir, and it's always good to be with y'all also. Y'all do an awesome job.
All right, thanks, Marvin. Marvin Sykes, the Mayor of Humboldt here of the city of Humboldt. Seth, we appreciate all Marvin does here. And, a great friend, great guy.
He's always a friend of local radio too. He makes time for you. He really didn't have the time to stop today. I mean, he's got 20 minutes. Actually, no, it starts at 12:30.
Yeah, and he's got to hurry and get changed because he's going to change before he goes out. He'll change in the car.
Yeah, he has to. Yeah, he's got 10 minutes to get across town. Humboldt Conference Center. Is that
it's going to be there at the medical center, so he'll be out there. And I appreciate Marvin taking time out to stop by and visit with us. Means a bunch to us that he did that. He told me yesterday. He said he was going all over. He said, "I will see you tomorrow." And always, if he's given his word,
he'll do it.
He's there. Yep.
We got another few cars here, and then another band. I tell you what, I've been impressed with how many bands they brought in this year.
Yeah, a lot of bands here, some big bands, and bands have really grown over the past several years. You saw a little lull there where it was kind of smaller bands, but they really started to grow and reinvent themselves in a way.
That's right.
And we see more entries coming up the parade right here. I wonder how many cars. What did we say? Over 200?
213.
Wow. And some of those have multiple entries.
Right.
I believe they can pay extra to have more than one vehicle, but they're probably listed as one number.
Yeah. All right, so coming up here, this is 187. Let's see if I can pull it up. This is Gibson Electric Corporation Volt Electric Car. Now, this is driven by Jonathan Minton. He's first-class lineman.
Yeah. Very neat. Very neat car.
It's extended range electric vehicle here today.
Over at the Old Country Store in Jackson, they have those places you can plug those in.
Yes. There's a few Cracker Barrels starting to do that now. Ran into one up in the Nashville area, I believe.
Our traffic manager, Rodney Minyard, has recently purchased him a new car, and he was telling me this car will almost drive itself. It has sensors in the front of it where you can really take your hands off the wheel and pedals and everything. If it gets too close, it brakes. And
no, I can't.
I said, wow. I said, is it one of those that'll park itself? He said, yeah, I don't know. I ain't tried that yet.
Yeah.
What happens if it doesn't park itself?
That's right. What does your insurance say if it actually messes up?
Yeah.
Oh, my. Well, this is going to be hard to read, but we're going to do our best. This is Miss District. No. Miss Daffodil, West Tennessee.
Ashley Miles, I believe is the name.
Yeah, Miss Daffodil, West Tennessee. And first maid, Sydney Bosley. Second maid, Ellie Epperson. Third maid, Gracie Blount. Fourth maid, Alyssa Morris.
Waving to the crowd today. Seems like some of these trucks we've seen before. I think they're different, but they really look similar.
Yeah. Miss Milan High School, Queen Scarlett Hayes. First maid, Abby Lewis. Second maid, Julia McManus. Third maid, Leah McClurkin. Fourth maid, Kendall Westbrooks. Again, Miss Milan High School Territorial.
Coming up next, another white Mustang. Young ladies in red and white dresses.
Junior Miss McKenzie. Queen is Danny Dyer. First maid is Elia Gilbert. Second maid, Winter Malcolm. Third maid, Madison Gilbert. Fourth maid, Libby Hawkins. This is the Miss Hatchie Festival. Madison Cisco riding through here.
Several right here at the towards the end of the parade. Still several entries to come. Right there, Gibson,
That's Gibson County High School.
County High School.
Juliana Turner's the queen. First maid, Savannah Ramsey. Second, Julie Allen. Third, Adriana McAllister.
The Milan High School band getting ready to come. Go ahead, Seth.
You know they've got to be hot because they've been just sitting.
Oh, yeah, they've been sitting at the end of Main Street for a while. There's a few shaded areas, but if you get further on out,
man,
there's no shade.
Like you said, Milan High School here. Marching band coming up. That'll be enjoyable. I don't know that I've heard them in a long time. I don't think they got to come last year, did they? I don't remember.
Was the mass band last year or the year before last?
I think it was year before last. But it may have been last year, John. I don't remember.
Always a popular band that comes to the Strawberry Festival. And they're purple uniforms. I believe they've changed their uniforms as well, different style from previous years.
A lot of purple, a little bit of gold. We'll see what happens here.
They're going to make their way up to perform, and we'll listen when they start to play for us.
Is this the band that's got the former Humboldt band director?
I believe John Scruggs is still there.
I believe he is.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good guy. I met him when he started in Humboldt here.
Of course, he is a Humboldt native. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Scruggs, he really had the part, man. He was decked out. He had bulldogs on his shorts right there, man. Telling you.
A great band he's put together. Milan High School.
Very talented, man. I mean, very talented. Lining back up, trying to get ready.
It's always impressive how they separate.
Yeah.
And they're in step, too.
I think I see the end of everything, John.
I see an ambulance there at the end in the center of the road, so that tells us that may be just about the end of this parade. Milan is usually the final band in the parade, has been for many years.
There's horses also at the end of this parade also. That's going to be interesting. Do they register them as a parade float vehicle? How do they register
I'm
them?
not sure how they register.
Awesome.
Doing a fundraiser, looks like there.
Yeah, they are. Second annual Milan High School Mattress Fundraiser. Every purchase is benefiting the band. You can save up to 50% off the retail, so I'm pretty sure if you talk to them, they'll help you out there.
Yeah.
They say if you get a set over $500, you can save an extra $50. So if you're in the market for that, you might want to check them out.
Absolutely.
So Madison County Commissioner District 4 vote for. Oh, wow. This is just the Madison Area Democratic Women. There's all kinds of them on that.
Yeah, different ones.
Yeah.
Seeking office and we're currently in office.
Yeah, I'll see if I've got all that information because there was a whole lot of signs there. I don't know that I'm going to have all those.
Looks like coming up immediately following them, a Paul Thomas entry for his re-election campaign for Sheriff of Gibson County. He's following right there behind with his big signed vehicle. We saw Sheriff Thomas in an official capacity at the front of the parade.
That's right.
So his entry coming back through for the re-election campaign.
Thank you, buddy. Got these young men out here doing their job. Re-elect Paul Thomas.
We still see several more cars coming up the way.
That's right.
Another classic truck here. Decked out with this appropriate crown to strawberry on the front.
That's right. I'm going to have to read that one off the truck. Something misprinted here, but we should be able to get to this. And, well, the purple is covering what it is. I can tell you Miss Teen is Alyssa Baker. Junior Miss Teen is Hannah Fowler, and Little Miss is Piper DePriest as well. And they're riding, like you said, in that classic truck. Man, that's sharp. 2008 Miss Ripley. That's Delaney Mann. Queens Court is Bela.
She's waving to the crowd there. Here's another red vehicle here with the polka dots on it. Waving to the crowd.
Yeah, don't let the bill bugs bite.
Yeah.
It's brought to you by Credit Central of Humboldt.
Another Beetle convertible following there, and a lovely young lady dressed in her black attire, waving to the crowd.
That's Miss Music Note, Audrey Michelle Myers. Miss Music Note, where's that
That's
from?
a new one. I'm not familiar with that one.
Wonder if she had to sing to get that crown.
That's a good question.
Hey.
And another young lady right behind, and another Mustang, and
okay, we actually have more cars in the parade than what is on my list.
So there's a few last-minute entries that have come in.
Yeah, Miss Kentucky Lake Princess Tristan Sanford riding in that nice car there. And then we have Touching Hearts at Home, the Heart of Home Care, riding through today, focusing on the companionship, personal care, transportation, lots of stuff there. And we do have another float as well, and I think this will be the last actual float that we will enjoy of the day, and I'll try to pull that information here.
They come up that way, a nice Dodge Ram pulling the trailer decorated with the ferns.
This is a paintball park. Oh, wow.
Look at a little advertising there, battlezonepark.com.
That's interesting. I wonder where they're from. They don't have a city or anything on that.
That sounds interesting. We'll have to look that up and learn more about them.
Yeah, for real. They don't have paintballs in them days.
Have you ever been hit by a paintball?
No, but I've heard that hurts.
Yeah, they can.
Look at all these horses here.
Of course, it's always tough for the horses to ride through.
Yeah.
Especially with the large crowds.
Do Do you remember that year we had that horse that got spooked and it was carrying somebody in a wagon?
It did. You know, there's actually video of that on YouTube.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That horse there's kind of acting a little skittish there, isn't he?
Several horses coming through. A lot of them this year. Several more than we usually have. And, of course, we know you don't want to follow the horses.
That's right. That's right. That's 10 of them right there, I believe. Man, that's a bunch of them.
So you know what that means. That means it's the end of another parade here at the West Tennessee Strawberry Festival. We thank you so